boy acting your funeral. This is also a burial. Original Butcher Banton on the bass. What the sound? Wanna hear me? Wanna hear me?
Ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa, hey, me ring the alarm, another sound is dying. Whoa, hey, some sound like a big jump on. Listen to sound, it's a champion.
What's up, Victoria? What's up, West Coast Highlife listeners? We're back here for our probably, 30th episode, something like that.
We just call it the 30th episode?
It's got to be. It's like it's its third year almost, right? I think we did about 10 a year.
It's definitely year 3.
And we used to do this almost monthly, but
we've done this more than 3 years, have we not?
Well,
I don't know. Official capacity, probably 3 years.
Poorly, yes, but
yeah,
we might have had that one kickoff year and then not done anything for a while, and then come back and then started again. And
might have.
Do we have the original one that Matt recorded on his phone?
Yeah, it's on SoundCloud.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we should have.
Terrible.
We'll have to get Biggie.
Is that the night I fell into your oven?
You fell into my oven. You fell asleep not like on the normal part of the couch, but where like a cat would sleep, like on the top of the couch.
Totally.
Double soundboard.
You didn't fall off.
That was the kind of night it was.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You guys know Chicken for Days? In honor of our meal tonight,
we had chicken
because we all ate chicken.
This episode is brought to you
This
by
is brought to you by Chicken for Days.
Chicken on the Run.
And Chicken on the Run is our new hookup. We're gonna have that chicken every time we're in.
Do y'all like fried chicken?
Mm-hmm. Don't ever ask a stranger if they're chicken on the run, though.
Yeah.
Don't do
Especially if they're a giant black guy just standing there inconspicuously,
it's gonna
minding his own business.
It's going to go over like a lead fart.
This sounds pretty stereotypical and subtly racist.
You know what this is from?
No, I don't.
Mammy!
Do you guys know Will Arnett, obviously, right?
Yeah.
You know BoJack Horseman? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is for a little segment from BoJack.
How about we start again?
All right. Well, are we going to do this or are we going to wait for Brian? I don't know.
No, we can't wait for Brian.
We don't have a mic for him.
We are waiting for Brian right now.
He says he might not make it.
Oh, waiting for Brian.
Waiting for Brian sounds like a shitty two-act
Waiting for Brian.
play.
Waiting for Brian.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's not happening.
Hold on a second here.
We're all here. Look, we've got... Wait, I'm not supposed to call your real name.
No, don't use...
We're calling him
no names.
Nick Offerman today.
Nick Offerman.
This is Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman. We've got
On
Nick
our right.
Offerman with us. He was our Asian correspondent. Everybody will recognize his voice.
I don't know what else is on these tapes, like going back. Like,
dude, if you're going to play drops,
like,
like,
you guys have
it's
gone
our
through
job.
over the
I
years.
feel like it's our job to make data for the NSA
Right.
until we overload their
Yeah,
systems. And they have to
every word
upgrade.
that we say, they'll have something that picks up on it. They got an algorithm to follow.
They have
what we
to scan
say.
this. We're
Every
just
time Ben
creating
says dick,
overhead
shit,
for them.
fuck, they're onto us.
Well, you
Drugs.
just said those things, Darcy, so they're probably following you now.
I don't care, man. Fuck it. NSA, come on in. You can follow us. It's all right. We're just broadcasting live here from Victoria. It is September. No shit, we're in
broadcasting
October.
live, but
this
we
is the
publish
okay.
this
This
like
is
6
going to be the
months later.
Halloween podcast then.
No, I don't even feel like I'm in
I doubt
Halloween.
it.
It's
mode.
October, dude.
This will probably come out in
Halloween?
Christmas.
Yeah, it will. It'll come out in like 3
Knowing
months after. Yeah.
Oh shit! It
Knowing
is
our
probably
editing
way past.
pace,
It's Christmas now, and
gonna
Darcy
be
just got around to
Merry
editing.
Christmas, everybody.
This will be a Christmas
Merry
present
Christmas. What's your New Year's resolution?
for you. My
We
New Year's
didn't-
resolution to make the podcast and actually put it out
To
before
put this
Christmas.
out before Christmas.
Yes, 2 episodes.
That's a good one.
We had one episode this whole year. This is like episode 2
Is
of
this episode
this
2
year.
of 2015?
Yeah, I think so. We didn't
Oh,
talk about
shit.
anything yet. We
You
got to go
didn't
way
invite me to
back.
the
We got to
first one.
rewind.
All
We got to
right,
go
all
back
right.
to like February and
Why
Valentine's
didn't
Day
you-
and Cupids and all that stuff. And
I've been on this before.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
maybe.
Different name though.
Yeah, over the phone.
Yeah, you were our Asian
Yeah, yeah.
correspondent.
Oh, dude.
Arrington
Yeah.
Ross.
We had the we had the
you
video.
Skyped in. You Skyped in.
I remember now.
Nice. You
Yeah.
see, you got a sound engineer on your
Yeah,
on
because
your
she
side
can hear
here.
how good your voice
She
sounds.
knows.
So
It's
just
good.
Yeah, there we go.
yeah,
It's
just
one of your
talk to
He's
you.
Yeah.
my personal assistant.
There we go. Mic's in place. Yeah,
It sounds better now though.
it does. It does. We can actually hear you.
This
now.
is like really close to my face.
Yeah,
Good.
You got to get used to
It-
that.
it's
look
how
at,
it is.
Look
It's
at Ben,
intimate.
how he rocks the mic
It's
like
intimate.
a pro.
Ben's just waiting over there. He's just waiting.
He's waiting to start.
Yeah, yeah. Well, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the West Coast Highlife.
Yeah, I don't know what you want from me here.
All right. So it's
More-
9:30. We're gonna start this at 9:30.
Okay.
We're gonna call this the second edition of the West Coast Highlife for 2015. We've taken a long hiatus. It's been a long break, but we're going to reintroduce ourselves back into your lives. My name is Darcy Declectic right here on the microphone. To my right-hand side, I got my main man, Alexander Klein.
What's up, y'all?
And to his right, we got Christine in the house. How's it going?
Yo.
We got
First
Mark
time ever.
Haberdasher Hovey.
Mark the Haberdasher. Hovey.
And we got One Fudge.
Everyone's favorite.
And we got Candace.
Not really,
Chicken
though.
on the
And
I'll
don't
edit that
forget
out.
chicken
Don't
on
worry.
Is your mic
Miller's
working,
pissed.
Christine?
Don't worry.
Is
I'll
Christine's
edit
mic
it.
working?
Is it working?
No, it's dead.
I can
Is it
hear her.
working?
You can hear that? I
Oh,
can't
wait,
hear
what?
that.
I can
Is it
only
in a
hear
diff-
myself
Oh,
on one
it's
side.
it's on the other ear.
It's weird. I can't
So you
hear
can
it.
only hear through one ear, each of you guys, right?
But I can hear
Oh,
everybody
I
else.
see.
through
It's
two
panned.
ears.
It's
Really?
panned
Hello?
funny.
Yeah.
It's doing
Pan-
weird
Oh,
things.
okay, hold on.
Testing.
That's all right.
It's
Oh,
really
it's not
trippy
on.
for me because she's there, but I hear her in
So
this ear.
you
Yeah,
hear
yeah, it's
yourself in
panned.
one ear?
Can anyone hear
Crap.
this?
Am I in the other ear? I
Can I hear? Where are
Don't
you?
talk to
Hello,
me.
hello,
hear
hello, 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 hello.
Testing. I can't hear myself. Oh, very vaguely. I can-
Oh, okay. So you need more.
Hello, hello.
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 Can you
Hello.
hear me?
Can you hear me?
Just the basic facts.
Check.
I just turned everybody up a little bit.
Yeah, we look pro.
You should turn everybody
We do look pro.
off.
Because
None of these chords are actually going
Yeah,
to
basically,
anything.
right.
It's
Turn
just- it
everybody
just
off.
looks
Start
really
over.
Good. Looks good.
Too many cooks.
Start again.
too many cooks.
Do we have an agenda
many
ever?
cooks.
Candace asked me
Yeah,
about
we
this
do.
today.
We
What
have
do
a
we talk
theme.
about?
I
What's our
don't
theme?
know.
We're like the Seinfeld of
no
podcasts.
theme.
Okay, let's
We-
not
okay, well, first of all,
Yeah,
let's just
observational
let's
humor.
figure out when our last podcast was,
Somebody go on the internet and check that out.
Observational humor.
and then what
All
we'll
right.
do.
I haven't
is,
done a
is we'll
podcast in
talk
like 2
about
This is really
our
important.
lives.
So you guys
since
just
the
haven't
last
invited me
podcast.
anymore.
Yeah, we need to stitch together from the last one. There needs to be continuity.
Really?
I agree with that.
What episode is it?
Segue.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. I don't know if we ever posted it. Did we? I did one at your house, and we recorded a whole podcast, and
It'll
then you
be-
never put it online.
You'll post that one for
Yeah, it didn't sound
Halloween.
Well,
Something about it wasn't good.
Sounds about right for our.
More like the content.
Was it just you two?
Yeah.
But was there?
I said some things that I don't
Is that
think I
your Left
wanted.
Coast
I
edition?
said some things in the beginning of the podcast I don't
That you
think I
regret?
wanted to get out at the time.
okay.
Those are some of the best things. Those are
Well,
some of the
I-
best
Controversy.
things.
Just the use of the phrase "side chick," I don't think.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Anna would
What
really
does that
appreciate
mean? What does
that.
side
Sidebar?
chick mean?
Side
Side
chick.
chick
Here we
just
go.
means the girl that you have sex with, but not the one you actively pursue.
The
So it's
side
like
chick.
the one that's in your back pocket.
It's the one that you pursue is actually in your life.
The one
or-
that
She's
you're
the
trying
front
to
chick.
pursue is the one you're more interested in, or that you'd actually like.
It's the
pursue.
equivalent of a
Okay.
fuck boy.
Yeah. What do you mean? No, it's just like a friend with benefits. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
it's the same thing.
It's a friend with benefits situation.
To a girl, right? It's the same as a fuck boy. Am I right?
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Fuckboy I think means different things.
What does it mean? You've
I
been
just-
using it all year.
Yeah. When I
It's
say
been like your word of the year.
when I say
Wait,
like,
how do you
I
spell
love
it? How do you spell
F-U-C-C-B-O-I.
B-O-I. Yeah, fuckboy.
CC.
B-O-I?
Boy.
Why?
yes.
Why get rid of the K?
Well, it's a hood word, right? Like it's just something I heard on World Star Hip Hop. And black people probably don't use it
Alright.
anymore. It's like no longer irrelevant or cool. But I just love.
But that means it's cool for white people to
yeah,
use
yeah.
it.
Is that
no,
just
it's
like a boy
it's
toy?
Right,
Like-
right for the picking
a
for
year later.
a guy like me.
A boy toy.
Bitch in jail as a fuckboy.
Oh. Oh, that's
Fuckboy is
that's
a
far
a
darker than I
bitch
was
in
thinking.
Jail.
Or like
I always thought it was just like a chick's boy toy.
That's also where the word goof comes from, by the way.
I think
Goof?
okay.
Wait,
it's a prison
I
term.
need to
think
hear
it
more about goof.
differentiates because
Prison term.
But
fuck,
Goofy. What about Goofy?
fuck
Goof.
boy.
I thought goof
Those
was
two
goof.
words.
Can you elaborate on goof
is like
as
the
a prison
girl's
term?
term, and then fuck boy CCBOI
Personally.
is like the prison term.
But you don't really
But-
know
but
how
like,
it's spelled when you just.
where did
talk
it-
You get the
You know,
idea,
it's just,
right?
it's just
Well,
it's
yeah,
context.
It's goofy, man.
It's all context.
It's a different context in prison.
Yeah, so I mean, like, sometimes I'll be like, hurry up, fuck boy, when I'm talking to Alex, and I'm not like getting in his face about it.
Like the proper usage would be like Alex is Ben's fuck boy.
But like,
wait. I was
but like,
listening.
for example, like today I was really hostile with a coworker and I called him a fuck boy, but it was like a much more like aggressive use of it.
Yeah.
I have a new work
it can
enemy.
be violent.
Tell us more about this
Let's
work
hear about
enemy.
your
I have
work
a new
enemy.
work enemy.
It's a nemesis.
Wait. In this
I think
year,
that the word
you,
for that
you
is
had a
nemesis.
There's a whole story here because in this,
I've had 2 work enemies. One I just vanquished. He
But-
got fired.
but in this year, you lost your job,
Yeah,
worked
he
a different
vanqu-
job, and then got your job back,
Yeah.
and then made new work enemies.
Yeah.
At your old job.
No, yeah.
So is
It's
he
amazing.
plotting to kill you?
No.
It's a war on the streets.
I mean, like, I don't even know like how invested I should be in this conflict because he's like this like I don't know, late 40s, recovering alcoholic, like barely lives out of his truck, like family abandoned him, but like he seems to want to talk shit about your boy here, and
He's trying to get in your head?
Yeah, I'm
Is
not
it like psychological?
Trying to
I'm,
get
no,
you fired or
I'm
what?
just not down with it. So like, he was chirping me earlier, and I'm like, shouldn't you go put some fuel in your house? And like, I was like, you know what? It's pretty rare you hear about a home with anti-lock brakes. That's pretty cool.
Is he actually living in a car?
No, his car got impounded, or his truck got impounded, so I don't know
He's
where
on a
he's
park bench
staying.
now or something.
But he keeps. I work at a fish market.
Where do you work?
I work at a fish
He's
market.
a fishmonger.
Yeah,
Fishmonger.
Where?
in James Bay.
FAS.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like
Yeah.
a disease, but
No, it sounds like a gas station.
Yes.
oh, it is a disease.
Fast
It's-
gas.
it's all of those
Fast
things.
gas.
Fast gas.
But they have a lot of good
Fast
fucking
fish.
fish, man. I tell you.
they
Sure
got
do.
some choice cuts.
Unfortunately, you can't. This is why I can't be on the fucking podcast.
You're blowing up my spot here.
It's all good, huh?
Darcy, you got to edit that part out.
Edit. Timestamp.
Yeah.
Timestamp.
Oh, it's marked.
I don't know.
Marked,
The NSA is
tagged.
already on it.
Boom. We got that.
I don't need to lose
major.
my,
Covered up.
I don't need to lose my job for a
Brent's getting
second
fired.
The
time.
NSA is already
Everybody's
all over
getting
that.
I don't know if you'll get it back a third time.
Just after I get the cartel up and running again.
That'd be some
It's
shit, though,
beyond
if
me
you
how,
did.
We'll get
how
the
you
Medellin.
haven't gotten fired yet. It amazes me.
I don't know, man.
We did. No, we got him fired off the radio station. The one
did get
time
me
we
fired
did
off the
this.
radio station.
We
I
got
remember
him
that.
fired
On
the first day
CFUV?
on the radio. We all got on the radio one time.
No. So I had
I
the
heard
best
about
gig
that. I
worked
wasn't
out.
here, though.
I had the best
listen
gig
to this
worked out.
story.
Let's also not all talk at the same time.
That's
so
good.
yeah, so essentially I was given a job for Felicitas, so I worked and set up a karaoke rig. So I got like $100 a day just to go up and do this. And I left as soon as the gear was up. I went to do the radio show for like an hour and a half, and then I went back at the end of the show and struck the gear and made like the rest of my money and finished the show. So I was like double dipping. I was actually getting paid to do my radio show. It was fucking awesome. And one night I had like I've been bringing guest DJs in for like months. And I had this guy, Davey B, playing drum and bass. And these guys decided it would be a good idea to come step into the studio with Mick Ferson and a
Improvise.
bunch of dudes. And so we were doing some freestyling on air. And, you know, things got a little out of control. And I think McPherson, like, he had this run-in with a transvestite
Back
in the
at
pub.
Felicitas.
And
Yeah.
he was, like, trying to rap about this tranny. And, like, just he
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
realize that, like, everyone above can actually hear you in the radio station because it's played through the venue.
Through the hallway, yeah.
Yeah, through the hallway above.
Yeah.
And so he's going off. He's like, "Fuck that fucking tranny. Yeah, she's a real dandy, bro." And I was like, "Oh God!" And I just like knew it was all crumbling down. And I didn't like nothing happened that night, but I was like, "Oh, this is not going to be good." Because you got to put a disclaimer on the air if you're going to swear or do any of that kind of shit. So
Right. You can get fined, right?
I thought it was because he
CFUV is a
rhymed
good
about.
station.
I thought it was because he was rhyming about eating pussy.
Whatever, man, whatever it was.
It could have been 10 different things.
That's
I don't
where
think
the
that could get you in too
LGBT,
much trouble.
like, room is.
I just
too,
want
like,
to.
UVA.
I
get
just
in
wish I
trouble
had a
with the
copy of that
LGBT
show because I know my
community.
director, my programming
You can
director, had
rap
listened
about
to it
eating
the
pussy.
next day. 'Cause
Well,
she
tranny eats
complained,
pussy,
right?
doesn't
So
it?
someone calls
Yeah.
and she's
Or
like,
what?
"Okay, I have to listen to
Wait.
the show."
No.
And her name was Zeta. She's this like beautiful Italian woman. And I was like, "Zeta, I'm at your mercy here." Like, she played back some of it to me, and I was like, "Oh."
I wish I had a copy of
And
that.
she's like, this is not gonna be harsh. She just said like, "I'm gonna suspend you from your show for like a month, and then you can come back." And I
we
was
never
like,
got it back. Now we're ready.
but I never had the time anymore, right? Like that.
you know
thing.
what, though?
I
That
can't
was
believe
like,
you gave your badge and your gun away so easily.
I know. That was over 5 years ago, I think.
Well,
That
I
was
could
a
still step
long
back into
time ago.
CFUV if I wanted to find the passion and go back into producing music and playing music.
But who
like,
listens to radio
now
anymore?
I'm on the other end of the spectrum, and you say why I haven't been fired? It's because I do my job really fucking well.
We
was
should
just
do
joking.
this
And-
on CFUV.
And no, and I'm just saying like I think I've been able to handle really high stress scenarios, and they can just throw me into a gig that I haven't even advanced in like Rifflandia, for example.
I was more thinking along the lines of you would have said something so inflammatory on
Oh,
the podcast
yeah.
that someone would have heard at some point.
Well, to be honest, I don't think our reach is that huge, Mil. We got maybe like 50 people who listen on the regular.
25.
A couple of years back.
And 5 of those are misclicks.
But you know what? We are into our 30th
got there by
episode.
accident.
Like we said, we're into our 30th
episode 30.
I'd say it's more
And
like 6.
It is the landmark.
It's kind of
episode.
like
Everyone
a passion
here.
project,
I don't know, man.
right?
Freedom,
I don't even
freedom of
listen to
speech
it.
is
It's
important
horrible.
also.
And this is also an avenue for me to learn how to use the technology to do the recording, to put it together, to put it to video, to put it out, right? So that's been a big plus for me doing this podcast with you guys, and just to have the opportunity to come and like have the West Coast Highlife and friends here and sort of share our experience, share our stories.
Yeah.
I want to hear about Rifflandia.
Okay, yeah. So
Well, shouldn't we go back a bit further though to like Shambhala and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
too?
Well,
And
okay. So this
Skafest
is
even
the
before
30th
that.
episode. So we want to do sort of a recap
We
of
have to
what's
recap
happened for us all.
the whole year.
Buckle up. This is going to be a long one.
We're in for
Strap
the long
in.
haul. Everyone's getting comfy.
We got
We
lots of
got
beer.
our beverages. We got our friends. We got the lights, and we got the technology here to do it. So we're gonna start up 2015 with a West Coast Highlife that features all the people here tonight. And I'd like to say first and foremost that Alexander Klein, you're one of the original core right here. Mark Covey, the haberdasher, and Ben Fudge. These are the four, the fantastic four, as it were, for the West Coast Highlife. So.
Yeah, thank
Reinvigorate.
You. And Darcy, we couldn't do this without
bad
you because
analogy.
you got the keys to the joint.
Mark, you're the rock guy,
Fantastic
though.
Four sucks.
Yeah.
They suck.
You're the chick.
No one
You're the
watches
chick.
the
Yeah, you're
Fantastic
right.
Four.
They're-
No one cares
That's
about
the
them.
worst superhero team
are
you could
they
have called
even?
them.
That's
The
true.
Invisibles.
I know. Who could have called
Someone.
you like the
Well, Mark would just be
Avengers?
the invisible personality.
Suzanne Summers or something.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Invisible Woman. Yeah.
Suzanne Summers was
Invisible
in
Woman,
Three's Company.
Oh yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
a different-
I don't know who the Invisible Woman is.
Cue
but
up the
she ain't
sitcom
it.
thing.
So
Yeah.
one of the best parts about living on the West Coast and being in this West Coast Highlife is that we get to enjoy this beautiful place in the summer. And I know you guys all had some big plans this summer, especially the one Fudge going out as the Hulkamania this year, representing at Shambhala.
Briefly,
Briefly, yeah. Well, you worked for them this
Can
year,
only
though,
be a
right?
brief.
I did.
So you actually got paid to do Shambhala.
I did. I didn't really have to come out of pocket too much this year. It was really cool. I got promoted, so got a raise, and I won't have to work on Friday ideally next year. So yeah, it's looking like I've kind of got Sham figured out.
Well, working a festival has its perks for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's also that time where like I'll only work 2 festivals a summer because I want to actually like go and enjoy myself and like go to some of them, right? And I'm almost at that point with Rifflandia where I'm like I almost want to just go and see the festival and have fun and not have to worry about a stage.
Dude, just get VIP with me next
But
year.
the,
It's so worth it.
The
don't you
rewards
have
for
to
me
work to get
are my
them?
Sundays because that's like my park day and I don't have to
thought
do shit.
you,
My venue's done, so I can basically go and just fucking drink on their dime and eat free food and watch shows.
What kind of free food did they have?
This whole smorgasbord, man. But your staples, your standards, your breads and your
Cold cuts?
chips and meat
Oh,
platters.
a
and all
chip
that.
and dip party backstage? Come
Chip
on,
and
man.
dip. No, I
deli
mean you could
meats.
get like something cooked to order.
Let's-
Was
Some
it-
hummus.
I just got an idea
was
here.
drinking. I didn't
Let's
care
give
about the
all
food.
of the summer events a rating out of like 10 or something.
Yeah, okay.
Because like Christine and I went to Rock the Shores, you guys went to Rifflandia and Shambhala and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
we just after we summarize it, just give it a rating.
Yeah, well, that's okay. What do you say about?
We're kind of jumping all over the place.
I
here.
know, but just trying to give it a little bit of form for later. Keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
I just
no,
thought
fine.
let's throw that in there.
Okay, so we'll give Rifflandia
A riff rating.
But I see if you're rating a
Riff rating out of
festival,
10.
it has to be a different rating if you're just purely going as a festival goer and one if you're working for the festival.
Right. Which
'Cause-
Ben did.
Yeah, which changed your
yeah.
opinion of it, I think.
You did.
Yeah. But I'd say Rifflandia was a 9, 8.5, 9 out of 10.
Oh,
for
that's
me. It
pretty
was
high.
Really good.
As a worker bee or as an attendee?
As an attendee, the day
Yeah.
I had to was my final day, right? It's on a
Right.
Sunday. But as a worker, it's a really well-run organization. Like they have things pretty together. It's very corporate structure.
Who puts that on? It's the same
Atomic
people as
Productions.
Rock the Shores, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I remember it being advertised
It's
heavily when we were
Nick
there.
Glasgow and Dimitri Demirs, who are the 2 heads of Atomic, and they put so much out into getting everybody who they want to see. Like they'll bring the talent here, you know, and they've got the biggest resource pool to do it now, and they've just got the funding, they've got the structure. They're a really well-oiled machine.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
for example,
that
I've
was
heard
clear.
that might be an example. I've just
Elaborate.
allegedly.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That would be like not a super aggressive fuck boy, but just like this guy's a dick.
Just corporate guys. That
Yeah.
And
I mean,
and
but-
fuckboy also implies that you're getting fucked, which also makes you kind of seem weak, I think.
Like when you say fuckboy though, elaborate on fuckboy. Like is that
It's kind of
heterosexual? Is that
I immediately homosexual.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it
thoughts
definitely
came to
has like
mind.
a
Exactly.
homosexual edge
Yeah.
to it, if you want to call it that.
okay?
Homosexual edge.
Yeah. So
Well, you
that's
can't say.
fuckboy.
I've been
just
trying
the
to
tip?
eliminate the word faggot from my
Yeah.
like
It's
words
a very
that I
strong
say.
I think it's a
word,
good
right?
idea.
Yeah, but it used to be used so like, oh, this guy's a faggot. That guy, hey,
Yeah.
you know, internet speech, faggot this, faggot that,
Yeah.
you know, and
I like the Louis bit about faggot cunt.
Faggot.
I haven't heard
true.
it.
You got to
but-
talk into the mic, bud.
But it's kind of
Yeah.
the opposite of that. He still wants to use faggot.
Oh yeah, really? Okay.
Faggot
Like it-
can
like
be.
it-
It's like
Stupid.
I just don't want to
means
offend
stupid,
people who are
idiot.
gay. Like that's why I want to pull it out of my language.
it can be like such a
Verbiage.
funny word to use. Like, you know, you see someone fuck her or like do something and flail and it's like, nice one, faggot.
Quit being such a
Like,
faggot.
it just
Yeah.
it
well, you,
works,
when
right?
you said it right there, like that kind of made me laugh a little bit. But it's because I knew you meant it in a funny
yeah,
way.
you know, the intent is to like harm a homosexual person.
You got to take the mic. Take the mic. Put it.
We need to
If
hear
you're
you. bro.
saying any of those words, like it can be used in a way that's not offensive if it doesn't apply to sexuality in
Yeah.
any way, right?
Yeah, I would agree. It's all about context,
Which is
and intent.
possible.
Yeah.
I think. But there's a lot of connotation that's attached to the word at the same time, so
Yeah.
maybe not.
I think we all feel safe
don't
about
know,
it though.
yeah.
It's not like using the N word and
see
being
it-
like, "Oh, I could get beat up by a huge black guy." It's more like, you know, you can say faggot and you get away with it because you're not going to be like beat up by some like.
Well, I mean, did you ask
Well,
him?
that-
Did
that
you ask
there
the
in
black guy
itself-
for chicken
Non-aggressive.
first?
Was what happened in front of the
Homosexual.
university center was that racist
Be
earlier
careful.
with the
Oh
chicken?
yeah, can you tell us about this story here? We got to
Tell us the whole story. Yeah.
It was a delivery of chicken that was happening, and I was trying to find the guy that was delivering the chicken in front of the university. And so I came out and I asked it's the middle of nowhere, and there's one person there.
Yeah.
It's just me and this guy who's on his phone. So, of course, that's the delivery guy, right?
Yeah, I think he's calling in for the chicken, man.
So I come up and I'm like, chicken on the run? And he just...
Oh shit, that was the best.
Who's your favorite?
You just made Duncan sound urban.
Who's your favorite composer, yo?
Chicken on the run.
If Chicken on the Run wants to pick up Miller for a lifetime supply of chicken, he will
Anyways,
gladly call your
It
driver's
turned out
back.
that he wasn't the chicken on the run guy. No. He was just a guy.
No,
He
it's
was
an
in front
older-
of the
it's an
university
older
talking
Asian
on his
man.
fucking cell phone.
See, I would have thought the giveaway would be him having a bag
He didn't have a...
with chicken.
At least
Yeah.
carrying
Did
a
he
bag.
have like a
Well,
paper bag? Like,
No, I thought it was strange that he didn't have a bag of chicken on it, right? But I still asked him.
why?
Could have been in
Because
the
he was
car.
on the phone and he was right there, and
Could
there
have
was
been in
no
the
one else
car.
around.
You insensitive piece of shit.
Yeah.
He was also black,
Well, you know,
He could have been in
Dave
the car.
Chappelle did it, so you
right?
know.
And there's like the chicken joke, right?
We
Yeah,
all like chicken.
Yeah.
Nobody can deny it here.
but yeah, I mean,
So it was awkward.
We all
there's
ate
probably
chicken.
truth to that.
I had 2 chicken dinners tonight.
Yes.
Just to point
No,
that out.
Get it,
3.
girl.
3 chicken
What?
dinners.
Wow.
Yeah.
A triple dinner.
No, 2.
You
'Cause
triple
I didn't
chicken?
have any of your chicken. But
Oh, you
Oh,
doubled
you
down.
could have though,
it was,
easily.
yeah, it
They're
was,
still
it
on.
was
You
a
doubled
chicken
down
day.
without going to KFC.
Yeah. That's still good.
No
Where
good
were
stuff.
we? We were talking about Rifflandia, and then we got a little sidetracked.
That's right. That's right.
Let's just talk
That
about
happens a lot.
our summer from Rifflandia backwards because that'll be. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit your mic stand. That'll be
Try to take Kobe out
that'll
the
be
game.
freshest in our memories.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I
then
can't
we'll just
remember
work
anything.
backwards from there.
Yeah, Rifflandia was great, man. I'd say though, like from there, working back would be Skafest, and
Oh yeah, Scoffest.
Skafest
I
was awesome.
I didn't talk about Snifflandia at all.
Yeah. Well, you want some words on
There's
Snifflandia
gotta
over
be
there?
something
Yeah.
between that.
Well,
Ben has a
Why are you
story.
calling it Sniff Landia?
2 reasons.
Oh, yeah.
One
Shambhala.
is
Someone go
the
to
program
Shambhala?
they gave out was Scratch and Sniff,
That's
and
true.
2, everyone sniffs a lot of drugs that weekend.
Interesting.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I wasn't like super stoked on a lot of the acts when I saw it on the like the website or whatever. But the Friends totally made it worthwhile this year. It was shitty on Sunday, and they didn't pump the outhouses one day. I think it was like Friday or Saturday.
Sniffland.
Even
the
your
honey
VIP
buckets were
tickets
delicious.
And
Snifflandia.
they're like
Sniffing
they're
too
leaking
much.
pee. But I got VIP this year, and it was super worth it because I didn't wait for
Stinklandia?
shit.
Are we still talking about Rifflandia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought we were moving back.
Yeah. No, Fudge wants his sense on Stinklandia here. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was it. Drinking and drugging. It was a fun weekend.
But didn't you have like a whole like? We haven't gotten into the personal stuff in a while, but we normally would. We normally would a little bit. Do you want to talk about?
Sure. Yeah.
About what happened?
How would I set this up? Okay, so I guess I have like a. What do you call it? Like a friend.
A fuck boy?
A friend with benefits.
A sidebar. A side fuck.
A fuck girl. But anyways,
is that FUCC?
GURL?
It's FUCK.
Okay.
GURL. Yeah.
GURL.
Okay. URL. Okay.
Yeah.
but
It's got a user address.
But we hadn't seen each other for like a while, and we were texting back and forth, calling each other like, "Yeah, let's hang out. I want to see you. I want to see you. Whatever." So I meet up with her, and I'm with my friend, or our friend Matt, friend of the West Coast Highlife podcast.
What's up, Biggie?
He's got the big head.
Elaborate on that.
There's really
no. There's so many stories.
It's got a big head.
It's just very large.
Is it really that big?
Yeah, it's big.
Like it's round.
Even from birth.
Did you guys ever tell the story of?
Give him the mic again.
Well,
Every time you talk, you got to grab the mic.
We didn't tell the story about the time he almost killed when he almost killed someone. No.
Where the guy showed up to fight him and then made all those comments about his head
in his own
and
house.
how many times that he could punch him in the head
in his own house. I remember it.
It was crazy.
Did he beat him up?
It was like a gang of guys showed up and then Biggie just came out and he was like, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
And then this guy was like, "Do you know how many times I can punch your head?" And he was just really fixated on the size of his head when he was trying to threaten him.
Ding, 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 ding.
Well, that's something for Biggie to be proud of, I think.
Did anyone get
take that many head punches?
No one.
I cannot remember how that
It sounds
ended.
like that could have escalated into
I cannot remember
a fight, maybe.
what happened. I don't think it escalated from there.
No,
It was fart.
You're
Did I
talking
just
about
fart?
my
No, it's
head?
Darcy.
there was a lot of talk.
I thought I heard a fart off.
Sorry,
mic.
we got sidetracked. Go back to your story, Ben.
Yeah, okay, we should not sidetrack for most of this because it's just really going to take forever and
I know.
take a long time to hear the stories.
Okay.
So I'm trying to meet up with, I'm not going to use her name, but my chick. And
We'll call her Wendy.
so I meet up with Wendy, and she's like, "Oh, hey, here are my two of my friends. Whatever. Here, one's named Kyle, and the other one's like Kelsey." And I'm like, "Oh, hey, whatever. Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you." And we kind of like, like hang out for a bit, and then she like goes right to this Kyle dude, and I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. Like, didn't seem like it was like that like weird or anything, and like start talking to Matt, and then I look behind me, and they're like all over each other, not making out or anything, but like roughhousing, and like it's like super friendly, and I'm like, okay, like
I'm good. I got this one.
I get like we're in an open
it's saying
relationship,
pass
that's
me a beer.
fine, but like I would hope you'd have like the tact to like not do it right in front of my
Right in
face.
front?
So I'm like, whatever, like I'm just gonna go, like I'll deal with it later. But I'm kind of like hoping she's gonna be like, no, don't go. But I'm like, okay, me and Matt are gonna go. She's like, yeah, whatever. And like I
So
hear
you were
that.
thinking maybe she would stop you. Or
Yeah.
you're like, don't go.
And like it wasn't what I was thinking, but like it kind of confirmed what I thought I was thinking at the time, and I was like super steamed. I'm like, look, like I'm done with this, like not really having this anymore. Like
I don't sense
So you lose
fuck buddy
there.
necessarily. I
Yeah.
sense like
Yeah,
a little bit more.
Jealousy.
Feelings.
That's
I think this
jealousy
might be
right up
the,
there.
Feelings
what was
got
the other,
hurt.
the other person?
no, it was just I just felt really disrespected by
Fair
it.
enough.
And
Yeah.
like,
But
it's,
when you
and,
say-
like it's just like it's like a
Missing
tact
you,
thing, right? Like I don't
missing
care,
you,
like
I'm
go do
missing
your
you.
thing, but like doing it right in front of me and one of my friends here, like that just felt like really
Right.
disrespectful.
I thought this was your
But
friend.
what was she doing by like throwing herself at this guy? Like, what would it look like? Was it like that bad? Or was it
Like tell you the truth, I don't really remember that much. Like I was pretty.
Did you just go
hammered.
like Hulk angry rage? Like,
Here's the thing. No, we went to go meet up with some of my
Cross-eyed.
other friends, and I'm like, okay, fuck this. Like I have something else to do. Like I don't need to dwell on this. And like she started texting me and stuff like that. She's like, wait, come back. It's not what you think. And I'm just not having it at that point. I'm too angry, and I'm just like, I don't want to say something dumb that I don't mean.
yeah.
Because I'm in the moment.
Smart move.
So, like I keep getting calls from her and texts from her. So I just delete her number out of my phone because like I said, I don't want to let myself be like, I'm mad, like lash out type of thing. So I get a text from her the day after, and she's like, okay, so like Kyle is like Kelsey's boyfriend or whatever. So like you're kind of like, I get like how you might have taken that the wrong way, but it's not what you think. And at the same time, like at the time, I was still just so pissed. I was just like, I'm not fucking having it. And maybe like 2 days after, I'm like, okay, is this my ego fucking with me, or is this like something I should actually be mad at? And I'm like, yeah, this is probably just my ego. So I like, I get in touch with her, and I'm like, look, like, sorry for like, getting mad, and fortunately, like young Ben might have said and done something really dumb that would have like totally cost him that whole thing, right? But I
didn't fuck up.
I didn't fuck it up, which is like
surprisingly.
Okay.
You did well.
That's totally boring.
Maybe I'm getting
You
better.
did really, really well.
Maybe I'm getting better at being Ben.
That's a terrible story.
So whatever, yeah. Like I apologize for like getting mad and like I haven't
This
seen her
isn't funny
since.
at all.
Why
You're like growing up.
Wait,
Ben.
wait.
This is horrible.
Hey,
Alex
He's
asked me to
building.
share the story.
I think it's a good
Glad
story.
you did.
No more
I think it's a good
maturing.
story. I think it says a lot.
But I haven't seen her since.
Sharing
and
is caring.
I just got a text that she's like, I really wish you were around to make out with. So I'm like, back in.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
a good.
It's
There
a
you go,
happy
buddy.
ending.
Good save,
But at
Ben.
the same time, like I've kind of been like checked out of it, and I'm like, is this preventing me from like going out and meeting someone I like better, or is
Let
this,
the girls weigh in on that. What do you girls think?
Yeah, thoughts, ladies.
Yeah. I mean, I think, yeah.
I think if you're interested, if you get excited when she says, "I wish you were here to make out," like you just said, like, "Woohoo, I'm in." Again.
Mostly it's because I'm thinking that it's not gonna be like I haven't seen her since that night, so I'm thinking it's probably not gonna be like conflict based.
Do you want her for more of like your wife, your mistress, or your main bitch? Or your side bitch?
Murder, death, kill.
Side chick.
Side chick
She's
or
the
side
side
chick?
She is definitely the side chick.
Side check.
I like
Fuck
her.
girl.
I like her, but I could never like we're not compatible enough to be in a relationship, and I don't think I could ever fall in love with her.
Okay.
So like for what it is, it kind of works. I mean, I think eventually it's probably gonna go to that point where it's like, oh, okay, we've been fucking for like almost 10 months now. Like, where's this going? And I'm just gonna have to like stick to my guns and stay
gold, pony boy.
stay on
Stay
stay
gold.
stay on my
Stay
path.
gold, pony
Gold.
boy.
And you are. Like, that's a big thing. Honestly. I think you're doing everything right.
Thank you.
And I also feel.
I feel reassured.
Yeah, you should. Because you know what? I think there's like two things that comes in that is like ego. Big time. But I think that's male and female. And this whole thing is just like, do whatever is going to make you the happiest. I know that sounds so cheesy and so female, but it's the fucking truth. And it goes for everybody. Like, if you're going to do something, do what makes you feel good first.
Oh, yeah. I'm
And make
YOLOing
sure-
hard as fuck
And
right
you know
now.
what I think is really cool is that
You're
you
what?
actually were
You're
just
sorry,
like,
what?
you know what? I see this and I'm going to walk away from this because this is bullshit. Because I'll tell you my Rifflandia experience was the total opposite. with the
Go
guy.
on.
And he totally punched
Tragedy?
out somebody. And I was like, this is not cool.
Nice. Let's hear this story
Was,
now.
So
was this like a
Candace story
competitive
time.
suitor?
Go.
Yeah. No. I wasn't, it's not, it was a friend of mine. So he actually did the opposite of what you did and like didn't stand back and say, oh, I'm completely like,
Was it
I'm
like a jealous
inebriated.
rage?
A little bit.
Yeah.
And like punched out somebody. And I was just like, oh God, this is like,
What's it feel like when a guy
Violence.
punches out another guy because of you?
well, it wasn't over me.
Are you sure?
No, it was some girl,
I
right?
don't think so. But it was an argument. And like, it doesn't matter whether it was over like anybody. It's like that aggression does not make sense.
Did he sucker punch the guy or did they square off?
Aggression will not stand.
Yeah, was it? Did he see it coming, or was it more of a like?
Do you guys want to honestly know the details of
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
please.
waiting for
100%.
it.
There's violence
It was
involved.
actually a girl that punched him.
What?
And he punched her back.
Oh my God.
Hey, I think if someone hits
Shot
you,
for
you're
shot.
allowed to
Knocked her
defend
out.
yourself.
Yeah.
Shot for shot.
He knocked her out.
It was a shot for
Holy
shot.
shit.
Wow.
Holy shit.
And it was really
Modern world.
Yeah.
So she punched
Equality
him, and
is
then
Doesn't
true.
matter, I guess. If
It
you're
doesn't. And you know
black or
what?
white,
You know what?
male,
It
female.
doesn't. And it was a real dilemma. Like that was a big dilemma.
Was she like a
Quality.
Ronda Rousey looking girl? Like, could she
So,
take him in the octagon, or was
what
it more
happened
of like a?
is the Saturday of Rifflandia. He got in an argument with. So, yeah. This is I
Complicated.
was only with him on the Sunday.
Don't
so
use
I'm
names and just say
hearing-
allegedly.
So Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to
Suspicious,
say,
a
so
suspect.
Saturday this all happened.
Okay.
There was an argument, there was a fight. Sunday I'm there with the same group of people, this couple that have like been really angered by Saturday night's punch out because this person punched somebody. Anyways, they approached us and we were apologizing and I was like, I don't want to fight. Like I'm just here for the music. And she
It sounds
just
like a
reached
rumble.
over. Yeah, it was.
Sounds like you guys were meeting up for a rumble.
Smokey was a pacifist, man.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a definite rumble.
The greasers versus the socias.
It felt
All
like
right.
that a little bit.
Yeah. Do you have a knife in your boot? You know?
Did you get any shots in?
Get a Jimmy stick, broken cue stick.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
So
Sunday. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah.
It's
okay, so
this
I'm
is
gonna
a much
make
better
this,
story.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry,
so
Ben, but
Sorry, Ben.
this girl's boyfriend was punched in the face. They both.
That's right.
Can we do that one more
Why
time?
are there any sitcoms like this?
I'm just recording. I'm going to do the editing after.
Okay. So,
yes.
anyways, where was I, guys?
This girl's
punched in the
boyfriend.
face.
This is Sunday, yeah.
So they both came up, and he's got a broken nose, and he's like,
What?
"Buddy, you punched me in the face last night at the concert. Like, I'm mad at you, blah, blah, blah." And at this time, we're all dressed in tie-dyed. We've got the tie-dyed headbands, we've been having some drinks, and...
As it goes, it refines
As you do.
Right.
But you didn't make it a Snifflandia?
Did not make it to Snifflandia. No.
You did it wrong.
Apparently. They'd made it to Snifflandia.
Of course,
Yeah, these guys were pretty aggressive in their sniffing capabilities. But so they approached us. They approached us. One thing led to another, and we were walking away, and she reached over and clocked, reached over through the crowd and and he just reacted.
Well, no names.
And this is after he's been
Right.
punched in the face before and his nose got broken?
Simon's a fake name.
Yes.
Edit.
Can we edit that?
Insert edit.
So he
right there.
reached
Go on, go
over
on.
and
My edit
she
wand.
reached over and punched my friend in the face.
She punched. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Through the
Yep.
crowd?
And so
And he's
he-
already been punched in the face once before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's taking all kinds
So-
of abuse. It's
But
time
this
to
time-
fight back.
this
No,
time-
no,
the
no, no. He
girlfriend,
wasn't
right?
punched before. He
Oh.
had
Oh.
punched,
He punched the
somebody the
boyfriend.
night before.
Oh, okay.
So it was the
this was a
girlfriend.
revenge punch.
This is the girlfriend coming back.
It's a revenge
okay.
punch.
And so we
It
were
always
being
comes
like,
back
listen,
around.
like it's all good.
Smack you, bitch. He's my
Exactly.
Destroy my man.
And the whole thing was over the fact
That's
that
'cause they don't have teeth.
I think it was that.
She's a
what
chicken
started
You know
head
what?
hoe.
I don't
What
know the
started it?
psychology behind it, nor does it matter.
But he never hit that guy back the night before, right? Okay, so go on.
So what
What a
happened?
bitch.
She came at him, and so he I shouldn't laugh about it because it's not funny, but he reacted and punched her and was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," because he realized it was a girl, but he was defending himself.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it was like the cops came in. We're all dressed in tie dye. We're like, "What's going on?" And it was a female cop.
Oh
So
shit.
she was like, "You used way too much force. Not you should never have punched a
But
girl."
I just watched a Sean Connery video, right? And I showed it to Christine. And he thinks that it's okay to slap a woman once in a while.
That's
just
his
to,
generation.
Just to get her. So when you say she said you used too much force, could he have used a little less force and it would have been cool? Or
It was just like a really hard bitch slap.
like Sean Connery said, always
Self-defense,
open
right?
hand, always open hand,
Yeah.
never closed fist. And sometimes that's what it
Rule of
takes.
thumb.
And he's been in his marriage for 30 years.
And
So
really,
I'm
you just use the weight of your hand. You don't use the shoulder to get
No,
into
you're
it,
not.
right?
You're not.
Or your
Yeah.
hip.
But in
lot
the
of the
spur of the
energy comes
moment,
from the hip.
But do you-
knee-jerk reaction, you're not going to think.
Is there?
Well, that's what he said. Is it wasn't even that he thought it was a girl. He just
Yeah.
was reacting
Yeah.
because
that.
Was her face all fucked
If
up?
it's
no, she was totally fine.
it's a crowd of
he
people-
was more
Really?
Bloodied,
he-
she got a
yeah,
better shot.
She got a good
had
shot
a
in?
good shot.
She was
in.
probably wearing a bunch of rings.
But you know
probably
what?
kinda glide
I'm
and
also
swing.
Brass
He
knuckles.
could have hit anyone in the crowd.
it's
The
my
outsiders.
friend, so of course I'm going to be more protective. But
Is there a continuing case, or should we not be talking
So-
about it?
No. So he's
Allegedly.
he got in trouble at work. Actually, the cops came to his place of work.
Oh, that's the worst.
And he was like, "Here's the situation." The good thing is that two of the other police officers, one of the people that I was with is an engineer. I'm in IT. We were looking at them being like, "This is absolutely ridiculous." You know, here we are in tie-dyed having a good time.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Good times at tie-dye.
Continue.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Can you
After
do
these
that one more
messages
time?
from our
Can you do that one more
sponsors.
time.
This one's called Heart to Heart.
Right back from our messages
The
from our
tie-dye.
sponsors.
Brought to you by
Just trying to have a good time.
Swan's Bath House.
Yeah.
Just trying to have a good time. But all is well now, guys. Everyone's safe.
All the bruises are healed.
I hope so. I don't know.
So there's no continuing
so
case.
there's no
where
ongoing
we're in the
legal
clear.
battles.
No
They made it
psychological
through.
trauma. Is there any divorce?
Oh yeah, did you guys hear about this thing? Miller,
What
you
is
tell the
this?
story here.
What?
Let's see if I can remember it.
What?
The ball and chain incident with the stag party.
The wife?
We tied one to Dave Eller and,
Yeah.
for
This
paintball.
happened in
but-
Alberta.
This was a stag from Red Deer that was happening, I think, in Invermere or something.
Gross.
And this
Yeah.
guy had
STD capital of the world. What?
he had a ball and chain attached to his
Calf. Or
His
something.
leg.
calf,
Yeah.
and he was wearing tights. And somebody started chirping him on the way out.
This guy's like, you look
of the bar.
What does
And,
chirping mean?
Like
just
Talking shit.
telling
like
him-
beaking off.
Yeah.
talking
You look
mess.
stupid in that ball and chain. You're an idiot.
So
Verbally
ball and chain?
assaulting.
the
You
chain,
look like a fuck boy in that ball and chain.
That's
the
all
ball
I
and chain
that's all I could
guy.
think of.
what he
I
ended
know
I
up
think we're
pushing this
developing a
guy.
theme for the cast here.
The ball and chain guy
The
pushed.
ball and chain guy pushes the guy who's talking shit to him, and he fell backwards and hit his head, and
Brain damage.
He's brain damaged. He was in a coma or
Aw,
something.
fuck.
So he's suing.
What a fuck boy.
He's suing Ball and Chain for he won
$5 million.
$550,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shitty.
So don't taunt someone with a ball and chain because they may push you over and you might.
I
smash
hate
your
stories like
car.
that.
But then you could get a $500,000.
You know, like his whole
not
life
all
was
there,
about
but-
to start with
You'd
this,
have some
his
scrub.
wife, and now he's fucked. Like he's
well, there's modern.
irreversibly fucked.
For now,
For like
irreversible.
$500,000.
For now, irreversible. Hopefully,
And the other guys, you know,
Until the digital implants.
Also
yeah.
brain
Hopefully,
damage.
modern science comes.
Biotechnology.
No,
will-
I saw they have a like a 3D printed sort of web for neural interface now. So you lay it. It looks like a web that you lay on top of a person's brain, and then all the digital
It's
information
like
carries through
internet
it.
straight to your brain.
Yeah, and you can use it for a
About time.
machine-controlled interface through
And
your
like
brain.
playing your video games through your brain and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, it still needs to. The processing needs to get faster. When you do like lightwave photonics, will probably be there.
Nice.
But that's like coming in the next 5 years.
what's the application for bar
That's a lot.
fights?
That's a lot of ice bucket challenges away.
Well, I mean, you can get it paralyzed. You can get paralyzed as fuck. The application is you get paralyzed as fuck. Like,
I think there's just paralyzed.
no, like Christopher
Once you're
Reeve style
paralyzed, you're
paralyzed.
no,
Like,
quadriplegic and paraplegic are totally different.
What if
but
you're
they're both
the question is,
paralyzed.
does your dick
Yeah,
work?
but one's
way
from the
you're
neck
paralyzed.
down, one's from the waist
Anymore.
down.
yeah, it could be really, really, really
think
bad.
it does.
Okay.
And you
That
could.
makes
For
a big
Reeves'
I
dick
difference.
work
understand
anymore?
the difference, but
It
There's
depends.
only one way to
If
find
you're
out.
quadriplegic, it doesn't.
Yeah, no. Eventually, all these dudes. Stephen Hawking's probably gonna
Yeah, I
wear a
know.
fucking exosuit and
I
like
know right now.
crush like Mike Tyson in the ring, like before the end of his days. Like,
You're on it? Go.
there's enough
What am I
technology going
Googling
around.
here?
Give him the search terms for the Google.
Oh shit.
Um,
Let me see.
I don't think he'd be a very good fighter, though.
Oh yeah, does a paraplegic's dick work?
It's
don't-
it's
What
pretty.
about Parapolinus?
Parapolinus? Yeah.
I think it's
Paraplegic's penis? I think I thought it was.
paraplegic.
I didn't. I
Wow.
don't think it works, but I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe like I don't think
maybe.
maybe like you wouldn't have like
It's called
a
neural.
neural
It's
sense, but like
It's called
maybe
neural
the,
lace. Neural lace.
Neural lace. That's
Yeah.
when your dick still works when you're quadriplegic.
No, that's
Yeah.
the shit they lay on your brain.
This is shit that the
Oh.
here.
I'm like, I got my neural lace going. Come on, baby.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, neural lace. I got your mind
Do
covered.
you guys have the sound effects for that?
I
Just
know.
that coming in there?
What do we got for that
Yeah,
neural
I
lace? Because it's
right.
gonna be a new day with
your
neural
mind
lace.
$29.99. 16 easy premium.
Yeah, definitely Transformers.
Transforming.
That's the right one.
One more time. One more time.
Rewind selector. Oh yeah.
You just got smarter, dummy.
Next level.
Next level shit.
They probably have like a pump that can, you can activate it somehow, like with voice commands or
Which one
if
are we
not, if you're
talking
Are
about?
we talking about the?
Yeah.
Oh, the dick pump.
right.
Oh, they have a Swedish penis enlarger,
Yeah.
but it's like
Similar.
a special edition.
You even
Similar
know
technology.
the country of origin.
Dude, everyone
Way too
here
much
has seen
detail.
Austin Powers. Come on, you know about the Swedish penis enlarger.
I think you
Don't
just made a
fucking-
purchase on Amazon you disclosed without intending to.
I'm probably gonna regret this, but there you go.
What is it? Does it work?
Are you showing her the flashlight?
Is this you using a penis
Miller,
enlarger?
we need descriptive video here.
We can't see it. That's not really fair.
I'm probably gonna.
I mean, we all want to watch this. You got to pass it around.
Descriptive video.
Christopher Reeves had an affair with a gay porn actor.
Oh, come on.
Was that before he was paraplegic though, or after?
And
That could have been before.
but wait a minute.
being
Wait a minute.
paraplegic.
Did we find out if the dick works if you're quadriplegic? That was the Google
came back
search.
with that.
Well, you got to
See,
get.
That he had an
I
affair
didn't-
with a gay
but he
porn
mentioned
actor.
Christopher Reeves for no
I didn't
reason.
say anything about
Not
the
paraplegic.
feasibility of his
works.
Johnson.
His dick still works.
But
dick still
yeah, that's true, it did.
I think so.
Maybe it did.
That's right.
idea.
It does work.
Superman. Superman now. Whoa.
There's like a curse though of Superman actors, right? People who play Superman either. Well,
They get allergic to
Dean
kryptonite.
Cain's doing okay.
Brandon Routh had a shitty career. Dean Cain did not do okay. Come on.
Why? Has he had like a fall from?
Because he looks like a fat Hawaiian guy now.
He
He
is
doesn't
a
look like
Hawaiian
Superman
guy.
at all.
What do you mean? That's what he's already Hawaiian.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean,
this guy's
fat. Fuck him.
Didn't
nobody
Dean
ever
Cain do,
called him up and was like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
if
we're
he-
rebooting
If he had
Superman.
never
Get
been
Dean
Superman,
Cain."
he wouldn't be fat now. It fucked him. He used to be an NFL player, dude. He played for the Buffalo Bills.
Really?
Yeah,
I never
dude.
knew that.
Who was Dean Cain? Miller?
He's
Yeah,
he
who's
was
Dean Cain?
He was in the
is that the
fucking.
last one?
He was the
Lois and
Superman
Clark.
guy.
Yeah.
Lois and Clark with Terry Hatcher.
Yeah, with the Terry
Oh,
Hatcher.
that TV show.
The TV show
From the
back in
fucking
probably like
90s.
the late 90s.
I always like to think of
Jesus,
Terry
that was
Hatcher as
shit.
like an older Alyssa Milano,
was
but then
terrible.
Alyssa Milano got older, and then I don't know what happened to Terry Hatcher.
doesn't
She
even-
She was
died.
in Playboy.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Terry
We
Hatcher
were looking
burnt
through that
up
one
and
over at
shriveled
Miller's
up
house
like a
there,
spider.
yeah.
That's right.
Pounking off a few pages. Yeah, I went there.
All right, let's bring this back. Let's
Trying
bring
to
this.
say that you jerked off in my house without my knowledge?
Me?
I'm inferring that. I'm not saying that.
Why is everyone looking at me?
I thought you accused me of
silence
jerking
is
off in your house, and I'm like, which one? Like,
There's been so many opportunities, so many houses.
Many dull moments.
All right, let's bring this back. Let's go back. We were talking about Rifflandia.
Well, no, dude, Rifflandia was like 8 hours.
No, I know, but Christine and I got tickets to
Rifflandia.
so
Rock the
what's
Shore.
it called?
yeah,
Rock the
yeah,
Shores.
but we're going for is this in
Another-
August?
I like
Another
this story.
atomic
This is a
event,
good
yes.
story.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Christine's cousin used to bang some guy in a band, right?
That's correct.
What was it called? The band.
Mod selector?
Is it appropriate to say?
Yeah, you can
band?
say.
Yeah, you can say
There's
the
like
band.
12 guys in the band. Who cares?
Wait, let me guess. The Police,
Just use his first name.
the Beatles,
I don't know the guy. I don't know the guy's
You
name.
can call him Jimmy Haskett.
Anyways, I'm running
Jimi
back.
Hendrix.
They're staying in Langford, and they wanted some dope. And we live in Victoria; it's easy to get dope. I'm
some
not a
dope,
drug
man?
dealer, but I got them some weed.
got your dope,
Weed
man.
or dope is in?
Dope as in weed.
Heroin.
Dope and some weed.
Weed.
Okay.
Good old
some crack.
fashioned green.
Yeah, they want some weed, right? So I get there and I'm like, I'm selling them the weed, and
kinda
I'm
tired of your nose.
hanging out like
Slanging.
it's like midnight. I don't want to
slanging.
be there. I'm fucking tired, and I'm just like, I don't care about your band. I've never heard of you before. I'm not.
Was it Edward Sharp and the Magnetic Zeros?
That's
It
who it was.
was. And
That's
he
who
had
it
never
was.
heard of them, but
I had
you
never
know,
fucking heard
They're
of
a
them.
really
I've heard
fucking
of them.
mediocre band,
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
well,
I
my
like them.
opinion.
I like
I
that
like
name.
them.
I think so too. They get,
really
you know
like
what?
it.
Their
Yeah.
performance
Like
was
them.
actually fucking
I
cool.
find that a lot
Their
of women like
performance-
his voice.
The performance was awesome. Their performance
wrong
was
with
great.
Not that bad.
Nothing.
But anyways,
A
so
lot
I'm
of
getting
men
them weed.
don't. I don't know.
I like the female
They're a
singer's
cult.
voice who used to be. in the
Who's
band,
not
too.
in the band anymore? So
He
it's
must
like
have been from Venus.
I don't know
Where's
whether-
this going?
Anyways, no.
Roll with it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
I
point
just
of
never felt
purpose.
like a drug dealer before, right? So I'm waiting for the guy to get money out of the ATM at like some hotel up
money.
in Langford,
See.
right? And
Cut you up
I'm
and
like,
put you
so
in
you
a
got
mattress.
the tickets for you put our names on a
Extra.
list or something. He's like, oh yeah, you guys are fully comped, VIP, whatever. Like it's all good.
man.
I'm like, all right, I don't know, I've
I
never been to
keep
Rock the
trash
Shores
bags
before.
with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care, right? I'm just like, whatever, thanks, man. I just want to go home and go to bed. It's fucking past midnight. I got to work in the morning.
for me to go to sleep, everybody.
Pretty much. I have a cement
care about your
mixer.
rock show.
I have a cement mixer in my truck at this point, though, so I look
keep it
very
down
fucking
over there, guys?
Langford. I
guys
look
getting a little
super
heat
Langford.
here.
Spinning
What's
in your
that? You're
truck?
headlining? I don't care.
Yeah, I don't fucking care.
Carry-
Give me your
carry on
money.
your bike.
And this guy, he comes up to me and he's like, he's part of the band, and while the other dude's getting his money out, he's like, can you get any Adderall? I'm like, well, fuck, who do I know that has Adderall? Yeah, I can probably, if I needed to, I could probably get that to you. And I'm like, yeah, just, you got my number, give me a call. And I'm like, what am I doing? not a drug
Need
dealer.
some Adderall, man?
But anyway, so I'm like, I can probably hook this guy up. Whatever. There's money to be
You
made
need
here.
a toe, dude? I can
And-
get you a toe by two.
Yeah.
Have to say
Nail
no.
polish included.
Chicken on the
Anyways,
run.
I don't get a follow up phone call. I don't get the call, but we're at Rock the Shores the next day. It's sweltering hot. There's like Phillips is everything is really cool. I didn't know how big Rock the Shores was. It's actually pretty
Probably
epic.
18 to 20,000 people.
Yeah, it's fucking like there's a huge
20,000
turnout,
probably,
and
yeah.
this and I've never seen a stage that big in Victoria, and
Out of Vancouver.
yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. But I see the guy on stage. Edward Sharp comes on, and I see the guy who asked me for the Adderall. And, I figured he must have a really important role in the band, right? Because he wants to concentrate. Because he mentioned for focus. Anyway, so I see the guy. He's playing tambourine.
Naked?
Seriously?
Was he naked?
Awesome. Like the whole show?
That was
But
the
he-
one
vocals
instrument
too,
he
right?
played. No vocals. I swear to God, just tambourine. He
Dude,
wanted
that guy has the
Adderall
best fucking
to
job
focus
ever.
on his
Yep.
tambourine.
I get,
Gotta
yeah,
stay
he's
on the
like-
beat, bud.
He's like, yeah, my guarantee was like, our band got $30K for that show, and I played tambourine like a badass.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I got
It's just a
$3
cult.
grand.
Fucking
How much do you think
It's
he
a
makes,
cult on
though?
wheels.
Seriously.
Dude, he makes like $5 a tap.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's
That
why
guy's
he wanted
balling.
the Adderall, so he could tap fast.
It's
Yeah.
it's like the reggae guys. The reggae guys who come and do shows, and they want like 18 keyboards, and they literally will play one keyboard for
Yeah.
like 13 notes.
But it's
And I'm like-
luxurious
I'm
to
like-
have all
and
of
I'm like,
them there.
man, that one keystroke cost me $50, dude. Shit, gotta
Anyways,
stop playing all that shit.
Black Keys was fucking dope. I've never seen such a talented band live.
Yeah, they're really good.
Like just amazing. And who's the
That would have been a good
Jane's
show.
Addiction.
Jane's Addiction?
Is there anyone want to take a guess
They
at
were
what
great.
the Black Keys got for that show? What their guarantee was?
30 grand.
60.
Go away. The
$100,000.
I would say something
Way the
closer
fuck
to
up.
100, yeah.
Yo, they
Wow.
played their fucking
Higher?
hearts out.
Keep going.
150.
3, 4,
150.
3? No.
5.
$1 million.
No,
Five.
half a
6?
mil?
Nope. Half
They
a
gave
mil,
No, you're
them a
kidding me.
human
I tell it-
child.
basically.
No way.
Yeah.
Illuminati.
Firstborn.
But
They were good, but I don't even
My
know if they were that
firstborn.
good.
They were. Well, that's
half
pretty
crazy.
high.
That's, I mean,
Too
that's
much
like
money.
that's
That's
like
like
a
for a
triple A
two-man
list.
band?
That's triple A list. If
Yeah.
you want the Red Hot Chili
I
Peppers,
really
they
need to
would
pursue
be
a music
about the
career.
same.
Me too.
I looked up
Maybe-
how old
maybe
that
more.
motherfucker from Jane's Addiction is, though. He's like
crazy.
getting
That's
into
just,
his
like, big
60s.
money,
I
big
would
money.
be
Pure
back
fuel.
like-
He's
Like
like
top 10 bands.
90.
I wasn't
He's
there.
like a 90-year-old
I have
being
no
like,
idea. I
Jane's
did another
Addiction
show
still
the day
touring?
before, actually.
Jane's
'Cause
Addiction
you know what?
was
They
good.
weren't that great.
Seen him.
Like, I thought they were okay.
Yeah.
I might get shot down for this.
Well, a
this
lifetime of
Candace?
abusing
Yeah.
heroin
Okay,
get
probably
ready.
didn't
Yeah,
help.
'cause
Black Keys.
we
I
saw
thought they
you
were
there.
good, but I
Really?
don't think
not
they
that
were
good.
like phenomenal.
Well, the thing is,
I've
you
never
got
heard
to
them
look
live.
at it as a performer. If you do 82 concerts a year, you're like that's like a fucking professional.
That's where a lot of the
hockey
I
team
also-
is.
you know what?
and you got and you got to
I
have the same
completely
show
agree.
every night, right?
Not if
So
you
you
get half a
can't
million
always
dollars
maintain that every
per-
night. Like sometimes you're just not going to be on as much as you would another night. It's
You
like
know what?
If you're
I
making half
completely
$1 million
agree.
per
Yeah.
show, it better be
But
fucking
pound
good.
for
Oh, yeah.
I don't
pound,
give a shit how
Yeah.
many times.
pound
you
for
do 300
pound,
times in
those
a
guys
year.
are the
It better
most
be
talented
fucking
dudes in
really
rock
good.
I agree.
right
For
now.
$500,000
Right now.
for a
Yeah.
show,
yeah,
that's expensive.
yeah.
There's-
No,
How do you
and
know
I
this,
saw
Douglas?
Modest Mouse even at
Nobody told you this. Just a little bird told you.
Well,
Okay.
you just told it.
I'm blown away.
That's our only
Yeah.
story though from Rock the Shores,
No,
right?
this
Do we
is-
have
this
it?
She's blown away.
I'm
She's
blown
flying away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
That
massive
birdie
money.
is.
I mean, it could be like 450, but it's probably closer to 5.
No, that's crazy.
It's big.
They ran out of food at Rock the
It's like
Shores.
Elton John.
And
Oh,
we
oh,
had food
what?
queued up, and we looked like G's at the very end of a show because we like ordered our food an hour before everybody is like ran out. And
Dude,
VIP
you're like
was the
advanced
last
chef.
person.
You're like advanced chef. You're like dialing it in.
Well, people were starving.
Our
People
food
were like
trucks-
literally
You're making-
starving.
You're making like it's Ethiopia here, man.
It was.
I mean,
It was. People were like
right, it was,
holding
Rock the
plates.
Shores of Ethiopia.
Yeah, no, they ran. It was like the worst fail of all time for like being able to like have a food truck there.
Chicken for days.
That's
You
crazy
could've made-
because FAS's food cart came back with so
What's the
much
chicken
extra
place?
shit.
They needed chicken. What was the chicken place?
No, it was
Chicken on
Chicken
the
on the
run.
run.
Chicken on the
tonight.
run.
Chicken on the
Tonight
run.
sponsored
We need
by
a- we
Chicken
need a
on the
sound
Run.
effect after that.
We'll add in some munching.
Can we get an applause for Chicken on the Run, Fudge? Oh, you got
There we
too
go.
many things
No,
going
eat
on.
more.
You're eating
It's
chicken.
good, right? We
That's
tried to make
delicious-
chicken. We tried to make
delicious
fried chicken
chicken.
that one time. Remember with peanut
I
oil? We
was there
spent
for
all that
that.
money.
And
We
failed.
did it with skinless
pretty
We
chicken.
did it with
Fucking
skinless
idiots.
chicken like
No, it was
fucking
good.
retards.
Oh,
You what?
You got to start with skin.
you do need the skin there, yeah.
We got
Yeah.
Gotta grab all
skinless
that.
Oh, you had
chicken.
skinless chicken?
But we made our own skin. expensively enough.
You made your own skin?
Yeah.
it's just
Tell me
batter.
about that
We
part.
made batter.
Genetically
yeah.
engineer skin.
No, well,
Yeah, it's like synthesize some skin.
it was
We use stem
multi.
cells to make our fried chicken.
Alexander used all of his cunning to make chicken skin.
We'll use leather for my
I actually
shoe.
wish we would start doing that. I think animal, like the cruelty is rampant throughout our industrial farming system. Like Kentucky fried clones, anyone?
Yeah,
Why don't we just
awesome.
grow the meat? Why don't we just make little
I think
little
that removes
lattices
ourselves from the ethics of it.
and just
If we
grow chicken meat?
synthesize fake animals, then who cares?
All
how
we
they
need
die?
is their meat. We don't need their brains. We don't need them to be
I think they're
sentient
already
or
doing
alive.
that.
Yeah.
I think they're already doing that.
Yeah, we
Yeah, but
synthesize
they've
fake
not
chicken
gone
for
in.
days, man.
They have not gone into food production yet.
No one knows
Of what?
chickens like chickens.
Who
Yeah.
hasn't gone to food production?
Well, like just like making
Synthesized
meat.
meat?
Just pure meat. We
Not
haven't
yet.
Not yet.
Dude,
You know what? Because
We're close.
The
We're very
skin's probably
close.
not good enough yet.
I've seen it.
As soon
Yeah.
as they
Yeah.
perfect the skin, then we'll get it.
That's
You know,
Skin should be
you need
easy.
That crispy skin.
Skin should be easy
Otherwise,
to do.
no one's going to want to eat it.
chicken for days.
Yeah.
However,
It's
some
been done,
synthetic
I think.
bacon, I would eat that.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure I would eat synthetic whatever.
Oh, I
I
would
don't.
love it. It'd be delicious.
I think
And
synthetic.
I wouldn't have to feel so bad because
Yeah.
the animal wasn't
There was no
hurt.
suffering.
No,
Yeah.
it was just some molecules we like whipped up.
Exactly. You
Bing,
just
bang, boom.
arranged it up in the right way, and there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken for days, yeah.
surprise.
I think that's where we're
Chicken
going.
for days.
So
That's what
good.
we'll call it. Chicken for
Chicken
days.
for days.
Just a recommendation. If you haven't seen the BoJack episode called Chicken for Days, you should
We
check
might not
that
be able.
out.
They're probably not going to be allowed to
Thanks,
call
BoJack.
it actual
episode
meats
is
though, so
brought
they'll
to
have to
you by
like
Brought to you
make
by
up
BoJack Horseman. Yes.
names.
Netflix affiliated.
Like, they won't be able to call it beef.
Ben's
No,
not here. I had a Netflix thing.
It'll be like beef TM, right?
Biff.
Yeah, beef TM or those
Trademark.
Just spelled differently, like a beef, like an e
No,
at
it
the
could
end.
it could still be
Like beef,
like
e,
beef, but it just
beef.
would have a
I thought
trademark
we were talking
symbol.
about chicken. This is beef.
Well, we're
Chicken.
gonna have
Any
we're
meat.
gonna
Any
have
meat.
all
I want
sorts of
beef.
different
Yeah,
meat.
they just call it pollo loco, and it's like a jalapeno infused bird that's got like spicy peppers
that
in his
sounds
meat as
delicious.
it's growing.
Or
They're
like a turducken.
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 Yeah.
Turducken.
good.
Chicken
Turkey,
inside of a
chicken,
turkey
yeah.
with what a duck
Put a
inside
turkey
the
and a duck,
chicken.
and
Turkey, duck,
you
and
just
chicken.
don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
man.
Well,
I wish I could smoke in here.
Synthesized turducken.
this is why we need our own podcast studio
People used to smoke in
eventually.
here all the time.
I know. Back in
Really?
the day.
What is there
Oh,
a
yeah.
smoke detector?
It wasn't until
There are
early
now.
90s smoking was banned indoors.
So right up to like
Yeah,
1989,
there used to be
people were
ashtrays
just
and shit in here.
smoking and shit.
People
Wow.
in the audience just watching a show, smoking.
Yep.
It's all good.
Well, now people can vape in the same way, right?
Same in airplanes.
Yeah, you can vape, so it's
Like,
back.
Seats still have ashtrays.
Yeah, you can't.
People
there's
are
still a gray
constantly.
area, though,
I see
like-
people
are
driving
gray
downtown. They're taking big hoots off of it, and off of their vaporizers, and blowing it out of their car windows. They're all getting these huge nicotine like back in their seat rushes as they're driving.
I don't like vaporizers. I'm not a fan.
It's
I
I
like
think
burning
it's
my
way
lips.
less intrusive than cigarettes, but I think a lot of people
Yeah.
don't realize that like because they can use it all the time, they get so much more
Yeah, you
nicotine.
get a lot more nicotine.
Not only that, but the
lot
vapor
more.
is a smaller molecule than a smoke molecule. So it goes into your lungs more.
Micro
in
smaller.
places
Yeah.
that maybe your lungs can't filter or
Deeper,
whatever. Yeah.
Deeper
We don't
and
know. We
deeper.
don't know what the outcome's going to be.
So deep.
Counting down from 9.
So far, they've been positive.
Kidding.
So far, they're
Sleepy.
positive.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I kind of feel like if I switch to
That's so far
vaping,
been
mostly
Deeper.
positive.
yeah,
Burn deeper.
I'd be able
There have
to.
obviously been no
and
long-term
deeper.
tests because it's
We are the long-term test.
yeah, there hasn't been any long-term.
I wish
But
we
in
did
15,
Mesmer here
20
still.
years, in 15
Or
to 20
Amazing
years, we'll
Boris.
know
That
what
was
the
like one of the
long-term
funnest
tests say.
shows I got to do every year.
I hope they all die anyways. Fuck them.
Who?
Boris, the Amazing Boris.
No, it's vaporizers, smokers. Fuck them all. Sorry, I mean no
Totally.
offense.
The
That's the
vape
whole
king.
point, yeah.
Does
Just
Ravine
Well,
still
yeah.
perform?
You do bad shit. you get
Ravine.
fucked, yeah.
I don't know.
The secondhand smoke killed
be
me at
kinda
Sean
fun to
this
see
year. I
Ravine.
wanted to take a hatchet to some of these
Did it?
people. Like there was one guy smoking a cigar right by Jess and me, my sister, and she's like, "Hey, look, like, don't mean to like, intrude or anything like that, but I think you could like put that out for a bit." And he's just like, "Fuck you."
Hey man,
Well, you gotta ask them to move,
cigar,
know?
buddy.
Not point
Here's
it
what.
out.
Here's my solution. Next year, I'm gonna bring a little squirt gun full of kerosene, and I'm gonna squirt his leg and set it on fire.
Yeah, and then he'll just burn alive.
Just I don't know. Yeah, I mean it's just whoever deserves
Just
it. I guess.
aggro.
Yeah, that's a good way to go to jail.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
a
it's-
little bit of old
It's
fudge.
just a little squirt of kerosene. I'm not like throwing napalm on the
No,
guy.
that does remind me of Flan Man,
Yeah,
Man.
when we almost blew his ass up.
a guy we camped with once, and he had his propane tank really close to us, and we kept like flicking matches at it. As I was gonna like like catch fire and blow them up, and we were just like we were so drunk and high on mushrooms that to us we were just like
blown us
laughing.
up, too.
We all would have died. It would have been mutually assured destruction. But
those things are hard as nails.
Yeah,
You're
it
not-
wasn't.
You can't.
It wasn't
blow
going to
propane tank
penetrate.
up with a
No,
match.
definitely not.
I love doing mushrooms.
Dude, you remember when our buddy Craig was banging that chick in his tent? We kept, and he had weed, and we didn't, so we kept rattling the tent. Be like, Craig, give us weed. And he'd stick his hand out of the tent. We'd take his weed and smoke it.
Yeah.
Then we want more weed, so we'd rattle the tent. Craig, give us your weed.
Or we're coming in there.
Stock deal?
Yeah.
Stock dealio?
I miss that guy.
Rolling in the family van with the Tupac blaring. Craig being like, yo, man, these guys jumped me, bro. It's like, what?
Miller's got stories with.
Oh, it's stock deal,
days.
man. That guy's good shit.
In minivans and underage girls.
Well, no, just like
And high-speed chases with the stock dad.
No,
there was
Ford
like a
Bronco?
gang war. There was a turf war happening.
no, man. He was in fucking northern BC, and he had this like social dispute with some chick, and he ended
Oh,
up like.
this was one of the best. We need to have Craig tell this
Yeah, he
story.
had,
It's
like-
an epic.
We should get him.
It's
to tell the
It's
story.
not fair to tell this story for
yeah.
him because it's so good. He escaped from PG like through
That was a weird
barricades of
laughter.
gangsters and like hiding out in hotels to make his way back to Victoria because the girl like raided his like
Fish
salmon
They
cache.
stole
Yeah, it
his
was a
salmon.
stash of
Yeah.
They took his frozen fish.
Yeah.
Just goes to show.
It's an
what people
amazing
do when you
story.
take their
Amazing
frozen fish.
BC
Fuck with another
story
person's frozen fish.
of like
Yeah.
it's got like Prince George, it's
sacred
got like
ground.
Hell's Angels, it's got
Sacred ground.
gangsters, it's got fish in
Unless
it.
This
you're
is
West
like a
Coast
whole
Highlife
different
members
deal
and you
when
go
you put
door
the
to door and try
headphones
and
on.
sell the fish.
Yeah. Well, now you know what people can hear when they play back, and
Yeah.
before you didn't.
I had no idea. This is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
360
Oh, yeah.
degrees.
Candace,
of
come
fun.
over here, take Christine's
yeah.
seat, and
Yeah,
that way you
get
can
on
stay
here.
involved.
Well, Darcy, you and I got jumped
We did.
by a van full of guys that one time.
Fucking Bobby Tuco or some shit. Who is that? Fucking Dan
Bobby
Fuco?
Tuco, Dan Fuco.
Dan Fuco? What the hell is that his name? Dan Fuco?
Tuco from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
He was,
You guys
he
got
was a
jumped?
Tuco.
Yeah, we were down
In
at
Victoria.
Willows Beach and smoking a joint.
Smoking a joint
and
in the
then
car.
a van pulled up in front of us and hit the high beams, and the side doors opened and people started like
Whoa,
pouring
they
out
rolled
Yeah.
on you.
of
Yeah.
the van and
Yeah.
then attacking both sides of the car. And I just remember looking over at Darcy, and
Yeah.
this dude
And
was
I'm like-
trying to pull him out of the fucking seat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I'm just like locking all the doors. Like I go to punch the back doors to lock and I get mine just as this guy's like arms coming in the window to fucking grab me out
Yeah.
and I fucking knock
So
his
do you
arm
like
back.
roll up your
Ain't
window?
none
and
but a
roll
Window
gangster
back up.
party.
They fucking smashed off the side view mirrors. We're like fucking boot fucking the car and Miller and I'm like, go dude, go, fucking go. And you're like, ah, and just fucking the van
Why
is
did this happen? Like, how did this come to
totally-
Because
pass?
there was a rivalry
Just
between
random
high schools.
Douchebags.
yeah,
What
just-
high schools?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just,
Our
Really?
preppy
Yeah.
high school had a rivalry with
What was
other
the preppy
preppy
high
high
school?
schools.
Oak Bay.
Claremont
Okay.
But Claremont was
Slightly
the other school.
less.
and Mount Doug, I think.
Yeah.
I
The
think
roughneck
Claremont and Mount Doug.
schools.
Yeah, so we had the
That's
high
pretty-
beams
that's
facing at us.
You guys
and-
from there too?
No, I'm from Vancouver. but
Okay.
Same ship.
Yeah. Basically, fucking.
Wow.
So they're sitting with their high beams. These guys are trying to fucking boot fuck the car. I'm like, Miller, go, go, and he fucking rips around as the van tries to stop us. Duncan kind of just like shirks out of his way, and then we just start fucking flooring it. And we're like, where do we go?
We hit a guy with a glancing blow off the side of the car.
Yeah, somebody
so-
got hit. I
As
don't
you-
know.
Nice.
As
Side
we're
swipe.
spinning away.
So you exacted
Nice.
some revenge.
Good.
But
job.
they
It would've been
they all got
better-
back in the
it would've
van
been better
and
if
were
I had
following
just
us.
completely run over him.
Oh,
Just-
you should have Suge Knighted him for
He was
sure.
probably a piece of shit anyway.
Sure,
It
man.
probably
Total-
hurt.
just
Probably
a turd.
hurt.
So they're fucking chasing us like block by block. They're just ripping behind us with their high beams on, and we're like, where do we go? And we just didn't know. And then I'm like, oh, let's fucking pull into the cop shop. We'll pull into the fucking Oak Bay
Ah.
police
I think
station.
the most kind
they
of
give
like
you- did they give you a ticket
shocking
for no
thing about
mirrors?
that was that we had just smoked a joint.
yeah,
so
we
you're
were
like
both super
You're super
ripped.
we
mellow.
weren't really in the mind
We didn't want
frame
to talk to the
deal
cops
with that.
yet, so we pulled into the thing. We didn't go into the
Gotta
station
smoke
yet,
a
though.
Philly blunt to get your
I
mind
forgot
right.
about that because we
Yeah.
we talked to the cops and we were high as hell.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they took our police report, and I remember they showed us fucking photos, and I couldn't fucking ID the guy, the Dan Fuco guy, or whoever the fuck he was.
Yeah.
How did you know his name was Dan
Guys,
Fuco?
yeah, like but
Because Miller told me, he's like, I knew this
I've
guy,
been at
dude.
a party or something like
Someone was
a
telling a
month
story
a month
about it?
before.
Unless
and
you
this
lipped
guy
this
was
dude
there.
off.
And I don't remember lipping him off, but I also don't remember peeing in a sink last night.
That's
so.
true. That's true.
Same guy.
Thank you,
And it
BC
all
fucking
goes
government.
around.
it's awesome.
You were Ken on those nights.
Yeah, that was fucking fairly epic.
Yeah, that was pretty
we
epic.
got off. We got off in a way, and
Well, my parents' car definitely didn't get it.
no.
off.
No.
No. How did your folks respond to that?
Well, not well. Not well. They
better-
were happy
better than I
that
thought,
they were happy
though.
that we were physically intact after the entire thing. Which was
Yeah, yeah.
So they believed your story then?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
What story?
Well, I mean, they believed that you said what happened actually happened.
There wasn't really a story though, right?
Yeah, I know you were telling the truth, but I don't know if you whatever. Parents are skeptical.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. They were like, we wouldn't have smashed off the side mirrors
Yeah,
of his
no,
car.
it's hard to
just
do
because
by itself.
I mean, whatever. We get drunk.
You could have been parking and really fucked up
Yeah, but you don't do
twice,
that to
but-
your own car, man. You do that while you're walking down the street to the shopping cart and fucking smashing into other
Dude, don't
cars.
tell me
could've just
you ever
I
haven't
could've
done
kicked them
dumb
off
shit to your own
myself.
stuff because you were drunk.
Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah. It's,
Not like not my own vehicle.
Well, not your own vehicle, but I mean, like maybe your own stuff when you're young enough to do dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean, sure, fuck, we all have, to some extent, I suppose.
I used to ruin my own shit all the time. Well, I mean, like
you're just
drunkenly by
picturing the
mistake.
parents like, yeah, so these people rolled up on you and
Dude,
they kicked your fucking mirrors.
Paul
right?
and Brenda-
I believe that, asshole.
Paul and
you
Brenda,
just couldn't
yeah.
fucking park.
Paul
rolled in too
and
hot.
Brenda would definitely have given me the third degree. They would not have
No,
believed me.
they wouldn't have bought it?
No.
No, I don't think we met much
Imagine
resistance.
the damage on the car was both side mirrors were off, and then in the
must be like dented
driver's
from the
side
kicks, right?
door, there was a huge dent from
Yeah.
a kick, like massive dent.
Yeah.
It could have been just you rolling into
I'm
a
just filling
cylinder,
in
though, or like a
Christine
cement
here.
block or something.
It's like,
you know?
oh
Yeah.
yeah, about the story or what?
Yeah.
Well, there's
Could've
another
all been
time
BS.
we were in the Safeway parking lot.
Oh,
and we had
dude.
just smoked a joint. And
That's how it all starts.
were you driving or was I driving?
You were driving, and it was
Okay.
the Terrari.
It was the Terrari, and
And
like I got
what?
Toyota hatchback
excited for some
yourself.
reason, and I decided to floor it, and I like high-ended the car on a median in the middle of the Safeway parking lot. And there were
So, like,
sparks flying off the
front
bottom
tires,
of the car.
one side, back tires
And we were
together.
teetering there for a minute, and there was a cop, like, probably
Delete,
50
man.
meters away
Delete
from us,
was at the Safeway.
watching this whole thing go down.
Laughing.
Just the most retarded, stunt.
Did you get the car off the median?
I feel like he
We
felt
did.
sorry for us.
Did
He's
he
like
give you
these
a bump?
these couple of retards. They're so far beyond fucking hope. I'm not even gonna say anything
It's
to
not
them.
worth-
so
wasn't
he,
worth his time.
he didn't come over. He just sat there and
No,
probably was laughing his ass
he
off.
laughed, and then we were kind of like, I think we eventually got it off the median, so like the tires that had
good.
been on the back had finally climbed over the front, because we were like pushing on the front of the Terrari, and we got it off and sped away, and we're like, oh, is Delete coming? No, fuck.
I saw him in school. Like he came to school, and it was funny
Oh yeah.
because like he had arrested me as a younger person. Like
So this is the police officer?
he's a police officer
Delete
that
or
was like
something?
he was kind of a
Constable
legendary. I think he was the community liaison
Right.
for Oak Bay.
Yeah.
Right.
And he beat up like Hugh, and like he was pretty like rough in the way that he arrested people.
He had a real passion for beating up teenagers.
Yeah, he did. Like it was a hobby for him, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I remember
Putting
him.
him
I
in their
remember
place.
distinctly
When you do what
being
you love,
put,
it's not really a job, is it?
I remember being put in like this really elaborate kind of like full Nelson headlock by him at one point. But the beating that he laid down on Hugh was like, but they
Oh, I
actually
was
took
there
him.
for that.
They took him behind Oak Bay High and
Oh,
beat him up.
with phone books.
Yeah.
With
yeah.
phone books.
Because he didn't have. Well, he had some marks on him. He was pretty fucked up,
stops
but like
bruising.
Yeah.
he was pretty fucked up. I remember he was purple.
Yeah, he was
What did
mangled.
he do?
His elbow was all fucked.
He
too, wasn't
basically
it?
drank a 2-6 of Silent Sam
behind
and,
my house.
and yeah, and
At
then he
Carnarvon
told
Park.
he
With the
told
Mexicans? Or that was a
Carnarvon, it was
different time?
Carnarvon
No,
Park,
that was a
man.
And then
Did he
he
break the law or something? Did he do
well, he
anything
was like
other than being
16.
drunk?
So yeah, he's fucking
he
hammered.
bent the frame of their car. That's why when they picked
Yeah,
him
he like
up,
boot fucked their
he,
car.
he
so
was kicking the doors.
Shit.
yeah.
Right? He was kicking the
He
doors.
was trying to
so
be
hard.
all like, you can't take
I
me
know that
commas.
story.
Like
You know what I was
inside,
thinking
he
of the other
he was
day?
Bashing the inside of their
I
doors.
was like,
Don't know if
I'm
it's
looking at
inside
all
or
the Black Lives Matter stuff that happens in the States.
Yeah.
And like what it takes to get killed for being like a person of color in the United States, like walking down the
Very
street by the
little.
police, very little. And I'm thinking about this story that I have when I was taken into the drunk tank and the O'Malley foot.
Oh, with us?
Yeah.
Is that Clayton's party?
Yeah, that was me, D, and Clay got thrown to
Just
the fucking
in terms
tank.
of the shit that
Yeah.
like a white person can get away with. Like,
Yeah.
we verbally abused
white
this
privilege, bro.
motherfucker for probably like 2-3 hours. Someone ripped the sprinkler, the fire sprinkler, out of the ceiling of the drunk tank. And
I don't remember who did that.
The whole floor flooded with piss and puke and shit from the toilets. And we were all walking around in it. And I had my socks on. And so I'd been verbally abusing this one cop for like 3 hours.
Oh,
He'd been listening to my shit for like 3 hours. And I took this fucking sock that was covered in shit and piss and puke and threw it through the door and just pegged him right in the chest.
Oh my God, really?
And
This is also you got back.
after this, right? Like he just took me out of the cell and put me in solitary confinement. That was the only thing that happened to me.
That's it. You didn't even get beat down.
You would also just go back from tree plants and you're peeling off dead chunks of skin off your foot and throwing them through the feeding slot in the fucking door.
Oh man, that's
And just flat on your back drunk, just be like, fuck you, O'Malley. He probably didn't even know he was O'Malley.
No.
Hey, actually, no, he knew. He knew. We made him know. We definitely let him know.
No, but I mean, like,
That's when he came in and like told Clay to shut the fuck up because he was puking too loud.
and you get away with that. You completely no consequences or anything.
Well, you know, I gotta say, like being one of the only
That was also I was gonna say that was post 9/11 actually.
being one of the only darker skinned folks in the crew.
you got away.
I've always felt like I have to be a little more careful than all of you guys when we're out having fun, because
You don't want to get fucked over.
yeah, because I don't want to get
but you're
fucked
like
over.
a Bill Cosby ass motherfucker over there.
That's not good.
Back in the day, Bill Cosby.
Still not good.
When he got away with it.
when he got
Harsh. Actually, yeah. I mean, Bill Cosby's fucking rapist, pretty much, right? Like it's
No, not pretty much. He's a,
where are we on that? Are we all agree that there's
Bill
way,
Cosby is a rapist. Yeah.
there's way too much evidence against
There's a
him.
lot.
There's
Yeah.
way too many women coming forward. Like,
Gian Gameshi is going to
Gian
trial.
Gomeshi as well, man. He,
oh, what happened to him?
He
Yeah.
just pled not guilty to 5 charges.
Yeah, Lucy de Couture from Trailer
Yeah,
Park
there's only
Boys.
going to be more, I think, with him.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse, right?
Coming out.
Two
Do
of
not-
them actually got
I don't know.
dropped.
Like, I think
Yeah,
that so much,
that's good.
a lot of time has
Maybe it's all
elapsed.
bullshit.
So he's fighting it.
Maybe it's all bullshit.
I don't know, probably not.
Could be.
You'd hope, but it's hard to say. Like, there's no motive.
Yeah, why would
But
these?
that's not the same as Cosby, who's got like
Cosby's
30
just
fucking
definitely
women.
pedo, man.
maybe 13.
But, I mean, Cosby was a different level than Gomeshi, right? Like,
Yeah.
well,
completely.
here's my theory.
Yeah, he was. A
Here's my
celebrity.
theory.
He was huge.
It's kind of based on Star Wars.
No.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Not at all.
Cosby was the Sith Lord, and then Gian Gomeshi was his apprentice. And then
Think so?
Gian Gomeshi's situation blew up, and Bill Cosby didn't use his influence to help him out. So Gian Gomeshi flipped on Bill Cosby and told all these chicks he raped to rat him out.
Whoa.
Turned into the good guy.
What is that?
Music.
Is that you, Klein?
It's definitely music.
Yeah, I thought we should shift the conversation to like
A
music
gay rapper.
and who we're listening to right now, and the
Something to skip.
feminization of black men rapping.
The feminization?
Yeah, like Young Thug. Listen to this guy.
What's that?
Wear a 500 Visa card?
Can anybody?
What's wrong with his voice?
It's just your typical mash of fucking garbage. Like, you get vocoder vocals with like the trappy farty bass line.
I've listened to rap for a long
So-
time, and I don't know what the fuck Young Thug is saying.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, it's hard to tell what he's saying there.
what's your concern with him though? Like, above and beyond that, you can't understand what he's saying, and that
That's a big concern.
Yeah, well, that's a big concern about rap.
Young
Like
Thug.
that's like a big part of rap. But
because I've seen this
would
guy,
agree
like
with
he's
that.
fairly strange looking
yeah.
guy.
Well, okay, this is the theory. There's this guy called Tommy Sotomayor. He does videos. He's like got a psychology degree. He's a pretty smart dude. And he does these videos. He's a black guy, and he does these videos about like what he sees from his perspective of what's happening to like rappers and black culture in the States. And he says that basically all these dudes that are looking for Versace shit and dyeing their hair blonde, it's because they're growing up.
I'm Illuminati.
Yeah, because they're growing up with women like moms and not dads. So like women are dyeing their hair, and women are like, you know, more fashion conscious. And so when these little boys grow up, they grow up thinking, I gotta dye my hair, I gotta have Versace clothes, I gotta have like lots of jewelry, I gotta do very feminine things. And so he's just calling that out. And I think that like this new wave of rappers like Young Thug and whatnot, with his blonde dyed dreads and his like jewelry and shit like that, it feels like that's exactly playing into what Tommy Sotomayor is talking about.
Maybe. But the dynamic hasn't changed from like the 70s or the 80s or the 90s. Those were still single parent, mainly female-led households.
Yeah, an expression of how much money you have.
And it used to be hyper masculine, right?
Yeah.
But now it's. I just feel like the whole like gender thing is just a trope. Like right now, people just cash in on it.
Are you down with fuckboy culture?
Let's just keep talking about the gender thing while the girls aren't here, and that way they won't have a voice at the table.
It's not masculine. It's bling. It's all about the bling. It's showing off money.
Well, he's toying around with being
money. It's bling.
He's toying around with being like transsexual.
But no, because Christine and I found a video of him with his soon-to-be wife, and he's fully a straight dude, right?
Yeah.
But
he's playing. It's an act. It's an act. It's all right. Like,
what? Yeah, he seems really young.
Well, he's not called Old Thug.
No, but he seems like early 20s. Right?
Geriatric thug life.
So
he's androgynous. He's bringing androgyny to rap.
Yeah, which I guess David Bowie did that.
Yeah,
and everybody's
that's exactly
when you say androgynous, you think David Bowie.
And everybody's like, that's like there's a new Macklemore song, which is fucking terrible. I can't stand that fucking.
Okay, I listened
to. He says like it's just life advice.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole song is just life advice, and one of the things that he says is study David Bowie.
Okay.
In the song.
So I watched the R.A. the Rugged Man video last night on Vlad TV, and he was talking about Macklemore, and he said pretty much he thinks that the whole Macklemore talking about if I was gay, I would think rap hates me kind of thing. Like he thinks that Macklemore is just like coming up on just trying to further his career by like tagging
capitalizing
along.
on a trend.
Yeah, because right now that's the thing, right? Like it's the thing to be social justice warrior right now. It's like the current thing to be. So if I make a song about gay marriage, like I'm gonna go to the top, right? In the mainstream, right? It's easy to ride that wave. And I think R.A.'s right. I mean, R.A.'s always pushed the fucking limits. Like I didn't know that he got blackballed back in the day. Like he was supposed to be on Method Man's first album, like the one that he blew up on. And and they wouldn't let him on the record. Like Method was like, I want to do a song with R.A. and it's gonna be dope. And they're like, no, you can't do that.
Which song was it supposed to be? Do you know?
Well, I don't know the song, but he was supposed to be on the album, and they completely had blackballed him because like R.A. was this dude like taking his pants off during shows at the time, showing his dirty underwear and shit like that. And they were like, we can't go near that.
Is there a connection between Raw the Rugged Man and Law the Dark Man?
I would hope so.
Raw Law.
Law the Dark Man.
I don't know, but probably R.A. would kick the shit out of Law the Dark Man, I would think.
Have you guys heard the artist Raw the Rugged Man's trying to promote right now? This dude called Afro.
Yeah, that's going around right now, and I think it's making R.A. like probably more well known than he's ever been before. That one viral video. And it made me go back and listen to the old R.A. videos and songs and shit.
I never did. I don't know. I just for some reason I never really got into it.
Fuck, he is good. He is so fucking. If you like hip hop, if you like rap, if you like lyrics and East Coast shit, if you like East Coast lyrical hip hop, R.A.'s your man, dude. Like that guy, he came up with Biggie. He came up with like every fucking legitimate rap artist that everybody mainstream knows about. Like. He came up with them, but he just never blew up, and it's really sad, kind of in a way. But maybe now,
he never wanted to blow up.
He did. I guess maybe he didn't.
Yeah, he was like.
It looks like now he has enough money to afford a nice coat.
Maybe he sucked.
That's about it.
Versace.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like what sells.
Yeah.
Now, Drake. I think the reason why he's so popular is because like. He's all about emotional intelligence.
Now I'm
really?
crying.
Weird.
Yeah. Like that, listen to any one of his songs, and it's like relationship advice.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Kind of. Yeah. I don't know.
Delete your girl's number out of your phone so you don't say anything dumb. Fuck it, I'm on one.
Is that Drake?
Didn't you just take that advice?
That's me giving advice.
That's what he
Oh,
did.
okay, good.
The Drake meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake back to back.
I like it on the fly.
Oh, that's his diss track against Meek Millie. See, I
That was
still
actually
follow
kind of
it.
funny.
It was.
That track. I liked it.
Meek Millie's fucking comeback was terrible.
Meek Millie?
Yeah.
That's a terrible
don't-
name.
first of all,
Like,
don't-
right off the hop. Why
Exactly,
go
right?
Meek? Why not Mighty or something?
Mighty
although
Millie.
Mighty Millie, that's pretty
Mighty
awful
Mo.
too.
Hey, dude, if you want to play this,
Oh,
let's
man.
pause it, listen to it, and then come back instead of listening to it the whole way through.
Do you guys
Oh,
want
we
to
just have it on the
track for a
background.
sec?
Sure.
This is like
But
the
but
Blue
like,
Jays
yeah, like,
song.
edit
they
it
were
out,
playing
yeah.
this and after they won.
Yeah,
the
it's
East,
Toronto.
because they won 92-93
Yeah,
back to back.
back to back. And he drops that in the rhyme somewhere. All right, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
You-
we got to taste it.
Look it
I
up.
don't know. That didn't like. It was a good sounding song, and like, there's nothing wrong with it.
Drake
but, like,
fucking-
for like a diss track that did not come hard.
But Drake
at all.
fucking dominated UK. I
Not
listen
like
to a
Hit
lot
'em
of
Up.
UK radio. I listen to like BBC Radio
Or
1
like-
and shit like that. And everybody's
Back
got
up
Drake
off the wall.
on rotation. KCRW California. I listen to that radio station a
Yeah,
lot.
I liked if you're reading this. It's
Drake's
too late.
on
It had
that.
a lot of good tracks on it.
I mean, it's weird now. It's like Drake is mainstream, Young Thug is mainstream. There's a bunch of shit that's mainstream that I would never thought would have broken through. You know, even a lot of like kind of old like school house has become this new thing, right? Calvin Harris, and it's like
But like in Drake's case, like you have someone that's like media savvy from the outset 'cause he has his acting career in check. And then if you look at his production is awesome.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
awesome.
But he's
right?
signed to
So the
Birdman, right?
The music is always good.
He's
right?
signed to the same
guys-
Yeah,
record
he's
label.
on Cash
Lil
Money.
Wayne, yeah.
Cash Money with Birdman, Nicki Minaj, Young Thug, and who the fuck else?
I don't know if Rich Homie Quan's on. He's probably on the label.
Maybe, yeah. So
I don't like it, either of those guys. Really.
Trap
Like,
blew up this year. This was the year of
both
Trap.
those guys are like if you
Trap,
took
trip,
if
trap.
you divided Lil Wayne in half, you would get each one of these shitty guys.
Hey Darcy, can you play the
This is-
sauce, the Gucci
Yeah.
Man interview where he talks about sauce?
Yeah.
Oh, that one with
I
the,
love
the
Gucci.
with Buddy that got from Vice that
Yeah.
got too turned.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I love that shit.
I'm just looking for some. What is it, Gucci Mane?
It's called Gucci Man, the sauce interview.
Yo, you were the only one here that was at Sham, right?
Yeah.
But how was Zess's set? Did you hear about it or
Didn't see
anything?
it.
How
Didn't
fuck?
make it
How do
there.
you, man? That's
I was working.
I'd love to see that.
I made it last year.
I think that's what this podcast needs.
Sauce?
Yeah.
I tried to
Or
bring the
just
sauce.
Gucci Man.
Yeah,
If we could get him out here.
All right.
kick it up a
I,
notch.
I listen to Bus and Jugs at least once a day, every day.
Bussin'
I don't know what
jugs.
that one is
Yeah, that's my favorite Gucci song.
right now. Put it up. Put it on.
All right. BRB. I'll keep this rolling.
Okay. People are gonna take a break. It's too much for them. They can't talk for this long. So yeah, I had a pretty good year, guys. I don't know. What about you? I mean, I know this isn't the year wrap up, but it feels like it kind of is because it's like what October, so it's pretty much wrapping up. We haven't done one of these since like January or whatever. Did you guys
Never
have?
done one of these, man.
Did you guys have a good year though?
It was a comeback year.
Comeback year for Ben, for Duncan. What was it?
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll go good.
good. But you're still like you don't know where your year is gonna end, right? Because you got
Yeah, I
couple
do,
more
though.
months.
I mean, there's always uncertainty in anything, you know.
I forgot what the fuck it was I was looking for. What was I supposed to look for? What was your song?
Bus and Jugs, Juugs. Jug. Bitch don't even know it. She done met the damn plug.
Okay.
My favorite part is the first part of the song.
Oh, fuck off, CTV. This shit about the ads you can't skip, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
I know
Dude,
YouTube
like-
had to make bank eventually, right?
It's
So-
crazy. It's crazy to even look at a year as one unified thing. Like a lot of time passes in a year. There's different
different
phases of the year.
That's
and
why we
stuff.
have seasons. That's why normally
It's
we do this
arbitrary.
shit a lot more frequently. I think it's healthy.
Yeah.
I think we should do a podcast every month, but we have not been on top of that. So
Yeah.
this is as close
I've
as
been
we can
doing
get.
shit, man. I've been so busy in September.
Dude, other than going to that concert that one time with Christine on one night for VIP, I don't think I got out at all in the summer. I've just been working
I got out a
nights,
ton. I've
days.
had like
I
the
was
best
also-
summer that I've had in years.
Yeah, I
Nice.
was out a lot too.
Because I didn't work.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. I need to bust some jugs.
You need to go on hiatus.
Yeah, but you know what? It was a good year
Turn it
for
up.
me in the sense of I really
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
well, after that, it's just all downhill. That's how the song begins. Anyways, I was gonna say like for me this year was very much like a learning year. It felt like I was in school because I had such a I guess important role finally in an organization that I've never had before. Usually, you can like be the guy in the corner that's like, oh, you get a little bit of work and whatever. You don't really affect anybody.
Yeah.
You don't hurt the organization. You don't help them that much. You just keep it going like a cog in the machine. But this year it was like, okay, like if I don't tell people what to do and understand what it is that needs to be done, shit could go off the rails and it could be really bad for this whole company, and then everybody's going to be unemployed. And so having that as kind of a motivator and a learning tool has been really good for me.
Yeah. Man, I got to say, like, I've got a ton of respect for the way that you made it happen there. Like, you visualized that shit and actually just, like, made it happen. Like, the role, even.
Yeah.
When I saw, like, the way that you approached that was fucking cool.
Thanks, man.
It's cool.
Yeah. The more
My-
you know.
You're on that
My
evening.
goal is to not fucking be as
was a
ever
Golden
as
Girls
busy
moment.
as I have been over the last 2 years ever again until like I have kids or
To
like
never
there's-
be as busy?
Yeah, no.
You were too busy?
I was too fucking busy. It was not a lot of fun, man.
Yeah. That was
You need to slow down.
people don't understand how much work it is to be a teacher, right? And you're working 24/7 and you always have something to mark or look at or
Yeah.
plan for the next day. It's very similar in that way
Do you
to
teach for elementary or high school?
High school. Not anymore though. So.
You made a great point. Where
So
you're
you
like,
gotta hide all
adults
your
should not be
debauchery.
hanging out with teenagers this long. There's something not right about that dynamic.
What do you mean?
Yeah, well, if you have kids, then you're going to be stuck with teenagers for from the time
Yeah.
they're 13 until they leave the
Yeah.
nest, hopefully
Yep.
at around 19.
This is what parenthood is
Sorry,
about.
Mom and
So
Dad.
you get
Yep.
shafted for like 6 years.
You get the teenage.
If
years.
you're a high school
that's because
teacher,
of the
though,
economy,
you're
right?
going to spend like 25 years. The majority of your time will be hanging out with teenagers, which is cool. Like it's a lot of energy
I
that
guess
they
so.
bring and stuff. But
But when you
just
think about it, when
gotta
you're a
pipe it up.
teenager, the last thing you want to do is hang out with your parents.
no, this is Migos.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
complex,
that's Quavo.
lyrical.
Everything they come
Very
out with is
complex.
fire, man.
QC!
Very complex.
I listened to my
Pipe
fair
it up.
share of that this summer.
Pipe it
That kept me going, man. I was listening to that shit at work. I don't know. I just put on my headphones and grind sometimes
Yeah,
with Skippa to Flippa. I'm having.
that helps. Like,
Does that
you
actually
take
help you work?
take a little
It
Migos
did.
break?
It did, man. It helps a
like
lot.
work-
It helped me
it's
get
like
through the
focus
day.
music?
Yeah, for me, yeah, I would.
Plug from Saudi Arabia.
If it was socially acceptable to do like Elliot Hulse workouts, like bioenergizing workouts, and
Oh,
listen
man.
to Migos in the office.
Holy
you know?
fuck.
Like,
That's exactly what I need to
that's
keep
a
going.
real power up right
Aerobics?
there.
It is.
I stopped
Do some
subscribing to
aerobics.
Elliot Hulse.
Look at the flickle.
What
Just like-
kind of shit is he into now?
Breathe into your
Yoga.
balls.
He's doing all yoga. He's
yeah.
all yoga everything. He's like, I don't need muscles. I'm like, yeah, you don't need muscles anymore. You've been a
I don't
strong
need
man for
muscles.
15 years, so I can see how you wouldn't want to
No
try to build
muscle.
muscle for another 15. But other people might want to put on size. But anyways, he's doing
Not
yoga
with
right now.
yoga.
He's in his yoga phase, and so is Joe Rogan. They both hit that phase at the same time. They're not
yoga.
like
Steroid,
lifting.
yeah.
They're not lifting weight a lot. No, those guys don't do.
No, Joe
roids.
Rogan still lifts like tons of weight with kettlebells.
very
and
interesting.
shit.
Just kettlebells though. Just that one thing.
I actually
It's not the
inherited a
same.
kettlebell.
How many pounds?
Just a 25-pound one. It's
That's
pretty
enough.
small.
It's enough to get your form right.
Well, I'm gonna go to this. Have you ever heard of like body dynamics on Johnson? So they teach like kettlebell classes. So I figured I'd go there and just learn how to do it
Can you
right
just
before I
get that
start
on
to do.
YouTube?
Yeah, but I'd rather just have someone teach me how to do it
Yeah,
right.
no, that's a good idea. I'll come with you if you're gonna go down. I'd like to learn
do
too.
With you.
No
Fuck you.
kettle. You can't do kettlebells
Do you
with a
have
bro.
a kettlebell?
Because then you'll be better.
I do.
bros.
Yeah, I inherited one recently.
What?
Well, I was given one.
Kettlebell? What? What's going on?
Kettlebell.
I know
What are
some-
they?
Kettlebells,
I know
right?
someone who
Ben,
sells them.
what do they do in body dynamics?
Well, they have kettlebell classes, so they'll just show you how to do stuff properly, so you're not like
Fucking yourself up.
fucking yourself up because you're just giving yourself a muscle virus or something like that, or an imbalance. Or something.
Muscle virus. That sounds bad.
What it is, it's like
don't want
it's
that.
like a learned movement that is
That's
counterintuitive
bad.
to your
And it-
body, like
Right.
the way it should work. So it's like
Counterintuitive.
think about like a hitch in your swing with a baseball bat or a
Yep.
golf club, right?
Or like that video we saw, the guy trying to suck his own dick.
Yeah.
Bunch
Well,
of-
I mean, he had his.
That's
Why are
bad.
you watching
be
these
very
videos,
detrimental.
man?
It was a
That's
video. It was
bad muscle memory.
It was a video my friend McNasty took 2
you
days
don't
ago.
want that.
Bad for your health.
They were
though.
driving in their car and they saw
is
they
that?
were driving in their car and they see a homeless guy on his shoulders with his legs in the air
Holy
trying to
heck.
aim his dick into his mouth, but he had his fucking pants on, so fuck him. Like he
What
failed.
about the
was
homeless
imagining.
guy
You guys
fucking
are
the
just
ghost?
jealous.
He was
Didn't-
imagining.
I
Didn't
hear a
Michael
lot
Jackson
of
get his
jealousy
two bottom
here.
ribs
no, like he
removed so
didn't.
he could
He,
suck his
he
own
had
dick?
pants on. It wasn't even close to his mouth. Like if he had filleted himself, like yeah, like I think he might have a point.
Deflated. What do
That
you mean
man's
by
got a muscle
deflated?
virus.
Filleted.
He's got a bad
Filleted.
muscle
What does that
virus.
mean?
Perform oral sex.
Like fellatio.
Or cunning
You never heard?
linguist.
Filleted.
You never heard the
Cunnilingus.
term
No, I
filleted?
have never heard.
Fellatio,
filleted.
dime skim, and
Fellatio,
fellatio.
yeah, but
It almost sounds like
Yeah,
filleted.
it's like
It means to cut a fish
fillets.
It's a
lengthwise.
variety of the same
Yeah.
word. Yeah,
Slice of
fillet.
fish.
Lengthwise
Yeah.
slice,
Yeah.
slice of
Two
fish.
Cut out
fillets.
all the bones. You got to cut out the bones.
You don't
to get
fillet tuna,
fishy.
you loin it.
You loin it.
Yeah, with
Is
the
that-
bandsaw.
is that an actual-
That sounds way more sexual, actually, to loin something.
Yeah.
Getting into your tuna loins.
It's like, dude, did you
Fillet
loin
my loin.
Did you loin her?
Could you fillet the loin, please?
Let's caress those tuna loins.
Self-filleted loin.
Oh God, was that real?
Uh,
Yeah, it was totally real. Thanks. I got to hear your
That was
fart
legit.
in 3D.
That was genuine. That's what we provide here at the West Coast Highlife.
3D.
You remember the
Our
podcast?
farts are never
So
fake.
You remember the
close to
podcast
him.
we
Our
did
farts are
where I
never fake.
farted
we're
like
coming live
So
from the
close to
Fartquar Auditorium.
we did a podcast
The
once
Hugh
where I
Ernest
farted
Farquhar.
like 20 times and I timestamped
Yeah, that
everyone on
was big.
YouTube so you
Yeah,
can go
dude,
right to
you
it.
could go to every fart
That was nice.
by time signature.
Cut to the chase.
Amazing.
Cut.
Just here for the dick and fart jokes, okay?
The-
Mainly.
Come on.
So did anything happen after Rifflandia? What was it?
Nope.
That
just
we're
happened.
we're
We
working
were going
back.
backwards. And
Yeah.
never
I went to
closely
Beer Fest the week
Beer
before.
Fest
yeah.
happened.
That was fun.
about that.
Oh,
I-
Candace is back.
I volunteered with Red Truck on the Friday.
Nice.
Sure.
Red Truck's great.
Dude, I've been
And
loving their beer.
good
That's
beer.
my
Truck.
beer of the year, by the way. Red
It's
Truck Ale.
amazing.
Yeah, I
you're
volunteered
Truck
with two
Ale.
smoking hot
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah,
This
Chicken on the Run
Chicken on the
and
Run
Red
Red
Truck.
beer.
Please sponsor us.
If you give us beer and chicken, we'll talk
We'll
about
do
it.
this every night.
And drink it
Every night.
live on the air.
Yeah, I volunteered with two super hot girls there and got shut down hard by one of them.
Nice.
What about
Hey man,
Shut
if you don't have a line in the
What about
water,
the
you're never
other
gonna
one? You
catch a
said
fish.
two.
It's true.
That's what it comes down to.
Can we do a food review on the chicken?
Yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah, you guys want to talk chicken?
Let's talk chicken.
Yeah, let's talk chicken.
Chicken time.
turkey.
It's
But
just
before we get into that,
Really
one
good
thing that
skin.
happens in Victoria at the
Really
same
good
the
skin.
same time as Beer Fest is Rib Fest, and I'm upset
I
that they
missed
can't.
it again.
I'm upset that they can't combine them both into
can't
one
either.
event because it makes too much
Yeah.
sense.
Is it
right?
called
Guess what?
Rib
I
Fest?
went
That
to
would
Rib
be
Fest.
amazing.
Oh, you made the choice.
did.
Brewery and the
Yeah.
Beast, isn't
I
that?
did.
And how was that?
Because I have these massive.
Did you eat a lot of ribs?
It did.
How many racks?
But it was an
How many
hour
racks
and a half
deep?
wait.
I do not eat a lot
Oh,
of ribs.
what?
So you
Right?
got 4 racks of ribs while you're there through the day?
We got brisket,
Brisket,
and we
yeah.
got ribs,
Yeah.
and we got baked beans. we
Baked
got
beans, yes.
coleslaw. We got the whole.
So you got the
thing.
full 9.
We did.
You had everything.
Yeah.
You had the wakes.
But you're right.
The works.
The
It
wakes.
makes too much sense.
I know.
It makes way
Can
too
we
much
not
sense.
combine them all?
Beer and Rib
We,
Fest
Where do
would
they-
be
we need them
amazing.
combined.
Where do
Royal
they have
Athletic,
Rib
Royal
Fest?
Athletic's big enough to do it
That'd be
too.
awesome.
Agreed.
It's because
Oh,
it
yeah.
requires our society be mature enough to combine underage
ready.
like drinking,
think we're ready.
like the
Why
the
would I ever go
not
to a
underage
Squimble?
drinking, but like the idea
Come
of
on.
Was it in a
You
like
Squimble?
Skawfest this year, right?
I just
Having
still
kids.
Is Squimals where you go if you don't
And,
mind getting stabbed
alcohol?
with a knife?
Nah. it's-
Let minors be around
bears.
alcohol and
Squampton?
ribs at the
City
same
of
time.
Squampton.
Yeah, we don't want to
Bit
keep minors from
racking.
ribs or alcohol.
Just let them be around it. Just like let's be European about this. Let's like let
We are getting
ribs
closer.
and beer coexist and kids walk around in the same area.
What
as
does it?
that.
What does it mean to
Absolutely.
broast something?
Absolutely.
That is a very
It's a
good
made-up
question.
term.
BROAST.
It's like a bro roast.
It's like to broil and roast. At the
I don't know.
same
It was
time.
just on their menu at Chicken on the
But
Run, and I
then
just
It's
figured.
the dude that works at Pressure Fire is just like really strong and
It's a sales
highly
feature.
undereducated.
But it's fried.
It tastes
Right?
like it's fried, but maybe it's not. Maybe they
No, it's gotta
are
be.
broiling it. I think
Yeah,
they're
it's definitely
broiling
fried.
it.
It's fried and then broiled.
But is that what it is?
The chicken that we had?
Yeah.
I don't
Or,
know. That
or broiled
skin was
and then fried,
fucking
one of the
good.
two.
Whatever it
that's
is,
what
it's
roasting
fucking
is?
good.
And I don't think it's roasted.
I think it
No.
was also in brine.
it's
I think it's
It was
fried.
brine.
Yeah,
I think
definitely
it's
fried.
fried. 'cause
Brined?
It's,
For sure.
It's
When you soak it in like salt water.
It was the greatest chicken I've ever had in my entire life.
Right?
Wow.
I well,
Yeah.
That
You
is
know
high
what?
praise.
That's birthday chicken right there,
good
buddy.
on you.
It was amazing.
That is
Yeah,
that is birthday
congratulations.
chicken.
Happy
If any-
fucking birthday.
Birthday break.
If anyone's listening, who
Chicken on the Run.
works at Chicken on the Run,
We love you guys.
Is this a
Keep it coming.
cross-country
Thank you, bro.
venture,
Cross
or
the
is this-
country
is
with
this,
some chicken.
Thank you for
international?
roasting
Is
our
it
chicken
American?
right, bro.
We're gonna do
Or
a
is it just
tour. We're gonna
Victoria?
do a tour across the country, and we're gonna taste chicken
Yeah.
at every stop, and we're gonna compare the chicken. And Miller, you can have us like a write up. You're
I
gonna do
like
like
it.
a
are you getting
article.
enough chicken in your diet?
We're gonna have to find out, man.
It might be something you need to think about.
There needs to be more chicken every day of the week, really.
Chicken on the Run.
Well, yeah, chicken on the
What I
road,
want
really.
to know is, are there more
right?
than is there more than one store?
It's like a tour. We go
Is
and we
this a
eat the
venture?
chicken. We
Is
talk
this
about the
across the
chicken.
It's
country?
one store, but they should
Yeah.
franchise the fuck
Is
out
there
of it.
Is it a franchise? Yeah.
No,
They should.
It's like a Chinese restaurant that was like, we should
Oh,
start
that's
selling
right. It
chicken.
has a Chinese store. It's
And
not a
it's
Chinese
like,
restaurant.
we have a
Affiliate,
broiler and a
yeah.
fryer. Let's make some chicken.
You know, that makes me think that the secret ingredient is probably MSG,
Probably. Yeah.
Nothing wrong
most
with that.
likely.
But it's not salty. It doesn't taste like it's been overdone. Like it doesn't
Not
even taste.
much.
It's
No.
not even as salty as KFC. It's not even close.
I'm not even necessarily against MSG at all.
You mean
pretty
KFC?
It's pretty salty.
I don't mind the MSG
Let's not
now and
get carried
again.
away.
It's all right. Get a little
you-
MSG in here. It's not bad.
Got a fucking 17
It's all decent.
So guys, what about this vote?
What
that
about?
we are doing?
Oh, the old
Oh, the vote.
Canadian vote there.
The
Oh,
vote.
don't.
What do you
he's
guys
getting
vote in?
political.
Let's
Let's
go
go
around.
around. Let's go around. We're going political.
All right, we're all going to talk about who we're going
All
to
right,
vote for.
start
and
off.
why.
I'm voting
We
for
could
the
have a
Communist
whole. We
Party.
could have a whole political
Episode.
podcast.
We
This could
could.
be an episode dedicated.
We could and we
just
should. Maybe
to
we'll
that.
follow up, but
Yeah,
let's
this
let's
is,
just let's just
hello
try
and
it.
welcome to the West Coast Highlife podcast
Presents.
number 31.
Yeah, here we go.
And
30
This is where
actually,
it
but-
starts.
Merry
Political.
Christmas. Happy Boxing Day.
Whatever holiday's coming up this year.
When are we
so-
going to have
Fudge is
results by,
drunk.
Duncan? When would we know who's our new prime minister?
The elections on the.
I think Donald Trump will be our new
19th.
prime minister.
19th. So by October, but by Halloween, we'll fucking know.
By Halloween, we will be celebrating
before then.
with somebody.
Well before then.
I know,
knows?
but we
That's like
started
couple
off the
weeks after.
episode.
In a
We
couple
It
started.
of
usually
weeks.
takes a
This
few
is
days.
supposed to be the Halloween.
The vote doesn't
In a
take
couple
much
of
more than a
weeks.
few days.
It shouldn't.
If you want to jump
Yeah,
in, you can
we'll
just
know
grab
by
it.
the 14th.
Okay.
She doesn't.
no.
The vote's on the what, the
Not
10th or
feel
something like that?
I mean, so we got 3 leaders, right? We got
19.
Mulcair. Well, 4. I guess we got the Green
Regardless
Party,
of-
Elizabeth
Regardless
May,
of
Yeah.
the issue, if you want
who's,
the mic,
Yeah.
it's yours.
you know, not
Three.
gonna not.
3 was right.
Yeah,
You had it right
okay.
the first time.
Well, we
3
got the
leaders.
NDP with Mulcair.
We've had some
We have
candidates
the
recently.
Liberals, Trudeau, and we
Mulcair,
have our good old
Trudeau.
friend Stephen Harper, as a
What-
conservative
I
comrade.
think Harper's going to take it.
What I'm interested in are
Divide and
the
conquer.
I'm not going to vote for him, but
Are
I think
they,
he's going to
um,
win.
various people who have been fired by their own party for
He's
doing
already been there
weird
for
shit,
12 years.
like
Give him another
peeing
4.
in
Sinks?
the sinks.
16 years? No.
There was one guy who was like a
Like
contractor.
peeing in what?
He was a
Sinks.
contractor, and he was there to like
Sinks.
fix a
Like a sink.
like a
No, but wasn't it?
dishwasher, I think.
Yeah.
And like
Is
he
this a
had
porn?
to go, so he peed.
talking
in
about
a,
porn
he
now?
peed in a coffee cup
Yeah, we're definitely
while
talking
this
about porn.
woman was in the other room,
Cool.
and he was on like W5 candid camera while he was,
no.
and he was caught peeing, and so I believe the conservatives kicked him out of the party. And recently there was a woman in Langford who was kicked out of the Liberal Party for denying 9/11.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Denying it?
Yeah.
Right.
What do you mean?
Right.
She called
Conspiracy
it
theory?
She called it the big like
False flag?
hoax or something.
Yeah.
I think it was false flag, but I
And
mean,
then
There's another
it,
liberal
it
as
definitely
well, yeah.
happened.
There was another liberal, and she called mosques brainwashing stations. She
Yeah.
was for
Ooh,
Victoria too.
touchy.
She
Yeah.
was the Victoria
Very
liberal.
touchy.
She's
gone.
out.
Very
Are you
touchy.
kidding me? This
Yeah.
woman sounds
There's,
out
there's
of.
no liberal in
Yeah.
a
She
lot of
ran
your
an
ridings
MBA
here.
program in Tehran for like
So-
15 years,
What
and then
in the
came back
fuck?
Awesome.
here. And
We should interview this woman.
Yeah, we
It
should.
Should
sounds
be a
actually
good
kind of
guess.
interesting.
Can you
Yeah.
find out?
There's got to be
where
more to this
she's
because
from?
I feel like I'm just getting sound bites.
she originally she's from the prairies. So
Wow.
I went to the all candidates forum, and she was telling her like personal stories about how she was a tough farm girl, and everyone should vote
Yeah.
for her because she knows how to work hard.
Exactly.
party is she for?
She
She's
works
probably
hard.
got a lot of
Liberal.
time on
She
her
dealt with a
hands.
lot of cattle.
Wow,
She
maybe we
had a lot
should
of,
actually.
Yeah,
I shouldn't
yeah.
write her off. I shouldn't
But,
write her
uh,
off.
No.
She's
I
not a
wanna
leader.
She knows how to
though.
get her
She's
hands
Sounds
dirty.
crazy.
She's not the liberal. She's not the leader though.
Maybe
No,
she's
no.
just the
Trudeau's
type
the
of
riding.
person we
She
need.
Yeah.
Trudeau's the what?
Trudeau
Trudeau's their
is
leader,
the,
yeah.
is
Are
the
you
leader
thinking
for the
that?
Liberals. Am I voting for Trudeau?
Hells yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
I think
can
Trudeau
hear
should
that.
All
win.
the way.
Trudeau's the hair man.
Trudeau should win
But
because he's
who else are you
handsome.
gonna vote for?
He's
Well,
young.
okay.
Well,
He has good hair.
He He should
And he's a
win.
good boxer.
He should win because he beat up
He's got good
Patrick
hair.
Brazeau.
He's a really good boxer.
He beat up Patrick Brazeau. That's why he should win.
Who's Patrick Brazeau?
He was
Nobody.
that date rapist.
Oh, really?
That the
That's Trudeau.
He's like a
Trudeau
Métis
smoked
date
weed?
rapist.
I mean, I would much rather have Trudeau than our current status at this point, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think Thomas Mulcair or John Mulcair, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't
Thomas-
think he's a
The
really
beard.
charismatic leader.
He's not going to make it.
No, he's
I
just
went
the
to the all
beard.
candidates forum, and he was the most charismatic guy.
That was
He's-
that was
he's
that was
been a
Murray Rankin
politician
though.
his
That wasn't.
whole
I think
Mulcair.
he's full of dad
Oh,
humor, and he
okay,
rubs me the
okay,
wrong
gotcha,
way.
okay, actually,
He's full of dad humor. His beard is weird, and he rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I think a
It's a
dude
half
that
beard.
starts off in one party, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just go do a totally different party
Yeah, but you
because I might win at it."
That's
It's just after
strictly-
power.
that's
He's just after
strictly-
power.
So-
That's
what
strictly
democracy is all
personality,
about.
though. You
Did you
can't
guys-
judge politicians based on their personality.
No, I
you
was
have to
gonna
try.
say,
You have to
though-
at least try to judge them based on policy, right?
I was
No,
I was
that's
gonna
not
say,
true at all.
and I'll send this to you guys. But
It's all
there's
about the character.
something that I did
if
online.
we go that way, we're going to end up with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Good.
Trump's going to win it for
I like
sure.
Trump. He's a businessman.
Hands
He's an
down. There's
entrepreneur.
no way-
Ronald
I say
Reagan.
Kanye.
Is gonna be
Kanye.
Vote for
vote-
Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye.
Kanye West.
I would never vote for Kanye. I would rather
Kanye's
vote for Trump
best.
than Kanye.
I was gonna say
Kanye
though
is
that
insane.
there.
Kanye is VP for Trump.
The funny,
That would
the
be
funny
really
thing is,
interesting.
All right, all right. Let
really
Candace
interesting.
finish here. Let Candace finish. What were you gonna say?
Rihanna is press secretary.
No,
What?
I was gonna say that. I went on to, or a friend of mine sent me Maclean's magazine, and it was just basically like all the bills that are going to be put forth, and then you get to decide like what bill. I think I was telling you about this, Christine. You vote for. So it
That's like
we'll put
America.
up like 3 bills. You click on whatever bill you agree on, and at the end of it, it will
it tells you which party to vote
which
for.
party you
That's
should be
cool.
voting for.
Vote Compass.
Cool.
I
Oh
see.
yeah,
Yeah.
Vote
Yeah,
Compass.
that's
I've
on
heard of
CBC
that.
too, actually.
Yeah.
I need to
But
try
that's if you
that.
don't know
So,
already.
but we didn't
Yeah.
talk about Elizabeth May, who I
she
think
can't
calls
win.
a spade a spade.
I love
I like.
Elizabeth
I,
May.
I love her
know,
too.
and
I'm glad
that's-
that she's there.
I think
know.
I think she'll still win her.
I like
riding.
Elizabeth May. I like
she might not this year.
I like Mulcair well enough.
It's too,
and
it's,
Trudeau's
the
fine
vote's
too.
too important this
and
year. I don't think the Greens are going
there's
to get any votes this year.
there's nothing
That's what.
But do you guys
substantially
know what
different
really
between those
frustrates
3
me?
parties.
And you
I'll
just
tell you
explained
something.
why Harper
Being
was going to
an
win.
East Coaster,
Exactly, he's going to win again.
but being an
He
East
probably will,
Coaster,
yeah.
I've known.
And then there's going to be a no confidence vote.
You know what? I want him
Yeah.
to win again
Yeah.
so that
And
everybody
the
looks
minority,
around
then
at
they're-
themselves
then the
dumbfounded.
Liberals
Armed
and
revolution.
MPs
I
and
want
the
Harper
Greens
to
are
win
gonna have
again
to form a
because I
coalition
wanted to
government.
teach. I wanted to teach us a lesson.
Which is interesting. I think it's interesting.
Armed revolt. I want us to learn a lesson
Never seems to
about
work.
voting
Nothing gets
and
done.
about politics, and it's like everybody wants to do all these different things, and we all have too much choice right now, and none of us can vote online to actually say what we
Yeah,
want
yeah, we should
per
have- we should have
item.
Spoil your ballot. Spoil it then. You know what I plan on doing?
Ripping it up.
Spoiling it. Like put an X. We
In
don't learn
everything?
enough about that.
But that's
Is
a
that
no
What's
we're
this
not
about?
happy.
Don't
That's
do
a
that.
no-
What's
that's a no
the
vote.
point of
Spoiling
doing
it.
that?
But that just
Spoiling
totally
ballots.
Yeah, it's a no
spoils your
Because
choice.
it tells them, whoever them are. I
Yeah.
mean, we could go into a lot of detail about that too. Because I mean,
Hanging
is really
chads and
what
all.
we're voting for really going to have an effect? Right?
Yes.
We
Well, I-
all deal with that on a day-to-day
The question is,
basis.
do you
The big
vote for the
difference
local
is-
person who you think may be a better candidate than not necessarily the party you want to see in? Like,
big
I
or
think
difference
is
is
the
that
party
the-
even like representing like what is the greater good?
The conservatives have done terrible things to the country for like the last 8 years, like really
12
bad things, like destroyed things, like
go on.
lakes and rivers gutted. Like there's
But
no
money, right?
regulation. There's no more regulation environmentally.
Yeah, but those are all
Yeah.
natural
and
things. We can destroy them
um,
as long as we maintain.
the big
our,
difference is are
fake
you
world.
going to have the conservatives or someone else in power, and
Yeah.
it does matter. Like it's very important, and spoiling your your ballot does nothing.
No, but what it's saying is the reason why I'm not saying that I would personally do that, but what it's saying is that as like the younger people, if they don't know who they're really identifying with, that they can say, I don't like any of these parties. And there's a lot of, MPs that are going like, and myself included, like, do I want to even vote for any of these guys? Probably not. They all friggin' suck
Yeah.
in many different areas. So like, why not spoil the vote and say like, I don't agree with it. Like, put an X in it, It's sending a message, and it still counts. Your vote still counts. It's not like it's going to be.
But how does it count it? I don't understand
It
that.
does.
Counts as a
Just
no
goes
vote.
into the bin of pissed off
Goes into
people
the no
votes.
vote.
Yeah, but I
Well-
mean, if you're just gonna do that, I mean, why not just not show up? Like,
Yeah.
like
No, there
30%
is-
of Canadians do,
then
right?
tell me,
something
guys,
different.
then, because here's
How does it change anything? I don't.
because what it's sending a message is like if you're gonna have 60% of people that go like you guys have nominated these like fucking 3 douchebags, and we have 60% of our population that are going like we don't like this movement.
Yeah,
That could make an impression.
it could, I guess. Yeah.
You would
who,
have
though,
to
though?
need
So-
like a vote
but
of
we don't
non-confidence option
we don't
on that,
talk
though,
about that
instead of just
though.
split
Yeah.
We don't.
Well,
we,
I-
as a society, we don't talk about that. Like
Well, that's
so-
because as a strategy, it loses, right? Like as a strategy, you have to say, okay, what is the goal of this? The ultimate end goal of that strategy. The only thing that's going to do is get the Conservatives reelected, right?
This time around, yeah.
No. It doesn't
Think
help
so?
or hinder.
Totally.
Yeah.
It doesn't help or hinder anything.
No, if millions of people spoil their ballots that aren't going to vote
Yeah.
Conservative, those would have
But
been
those
voters
people might
probably
also
for
not
one of the
vote.
Well, what about
progressive parties.
strategic voting then? Like if you vote like strategically to remove the Conservatives, and you go to check the websites and you check your ridings, and you're like, oh, NDP is predicted to win in my riding,
Yeah,
for example.
that's more of a strategy that has like an end goal in mind that
Yeah.
would probably work.
So I probably wouldn't vote for NDP for this election, but I know that I should strategically. So I may end up doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Murray Rankin's a pretty good candidate. I mean, I heard some kind of shady news today, but
What was that?
Yeah.
What's the mudslinging?
Miller was talking about this.
He won or I don't think that he won, but he brought a case against Canada from
Using NAFTA.
using NAFTA for I think it was a mining company or something that wanted to do business but was being regulated by the Canadian government, and he sued Murray Rankin sued Canada,
That's very
representing a corporation,
It's very
exactly.
which is not cool.
No.
Especially considering he's running for national office, which
Yeah.
is
But it's about,
Did
in
Canada
my mind,
fuck
it's just about
them
choosing
over?
the lesser of
But is
three
it, or do we
evils.
spoil the
Canada might have
votes?
fucked them
Do we
over, though.
teach the
difference-
society to
the
say,
difference
like, hey,
between-
guess what, guys? We don't like any of this shit.
The difference between the two
Spoil
evils
it.
is so huge in my
Yeah.
mind that you have to take a side.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
So
it's really detrimental
okay.
to everyone.
So then I want to hear both sides then, because like I've done the bill, so I would love to send it to all of you guys so that you guys can then like basically Maclean's magazine puts out a bill, like it's a test, and you choose which bill out of 3 you like, and at the end of this test you decide which, like, it categorizes like whether
Pick your
you're
patronage.
Party you go to.
what parties you're, and I was shocked, to be honest. I was quite shocked.
What, you found
I
out you were
will
a
not-
conservative voter?
I was 61% conservative.
Oh.
I was.
Nothing wrong.
And then I
There's
was
nothing wrong with that, though.
I was
That's not a bad
I was
thing.
totally neck and neck.
Vote for who you wanna vote
NDP
for.
and
Absolutely,
Green Party.
it's democracy.
You know?
I mean,
and
I would defend your right to express your opinion to the.
would you? Would
Sure.
you, Duncan?
Yeah, everyone's entitled to
I
their-
think
I
it
don't,
should
really,
just
I
be.
don't agree with the word you say, but I'll defend to the death your
Here,
right to say it.
I think it should
Exactly.
just
Thank
be
you,
a
Bobby.
supercomputer, right? Just sitting
That's what I
up.
was looking
It's just
for.
a server, right? And it can just crunch ones and zeros.
Why don't we make the prime minister that computer?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
At
saying.
least-
We'll give him
And
a
then-
sweet like robe that
and
he
it-
At least
can
it's
drape around
democracy.
his.
And
while
then
they-
real
If you're
humans-
spoiling
Scepter.
ballots, I feel like
Real
that's
humans-
like kind of the end of democracy.
I think real humans
It ends
draft
the
up
debate.
policy.
At least, like if there's different voices that are coming to the table, at least they're coming to the table.
Yeah. Well, let's let everybody do that. Let's
Instead
let
of not showing
everybody open source policy, right? And just have a supercomputer up there in the cloud, and then everybody
my
uses
mistake.
their SIN number. Everybody uses their SIN number and their personal information and address, just like they
so
do to
what,
do
Anonymous
banking.
can hack it
Just
and then turn it against us.
you mean just like
So
your
far, they've been pretty
banking
positive.
And
and your
Skynet?
income tax
So far, I
and
like
everything else you do online, and you just fucking vote for policy after policy that you agree with or don't agree with or whatever. Like you vote for the things that you want online.
It gives you a
and a
notification on your
supercomputer spits
smartphone.
out how the country runs.
It's the Canada app.
and I don't need a fucking dummy there to lie to me and to fake who they are.
No, but
Yeah.
you do when it comes to like relationships with other countries and other
No, because
No, we just get the coolest party
when it
animal of
comes
all to be
to-
our national representative,
So,
and then he
you
charms the
don't want
pants
your
off of
representative
everyone.
to be like a
I haven't heard
computer, and they're
your
just like,
voice a lot.
maybe
so what
a
do you
dude,
think?
maybe a
What do you
computer can
think?
figure out world economy is better than
I
two
wanna
stupid
know.
humans.
I just don't think people would
That's
be
fucking
happy having a
interesting, though.
computer in charge
What do you think would
of
actually
their
happen, though?
country.
Efficiency.
Would you
Have
actually
you heard
be
the
happy with a
conversation of
computer in
AIs
charge?
talking to each other? That's exactly what would happen.
But
I
do you
mean,
think it's like what if it generated?
Carry on.
If it generated,
Yeah, if it was positive.
but if it generated something that was an indicator,
But
right?
the government
let's
is like
say-
a representation
Is
of the
that
people. Do you want the representation of the
I
people
don't
to
think
be
they
like a
ever
computer?
have.
Why do we
been.
need representation anymore? There's
I
not
really
all.
don't think
That's
they
exactly
ever
what it
have
is.
been.
But there's
That's
not
what
a
it is.
dude that needs to drive a wagon wheel fucking vehicle into town 30 miles
Alex,
to represent
though.
my
But
view.
if our
I can
prime
just
minister
vote
did
online.
ride a
But
wagon
they
wheel
need
Alex,
to
vehicle in
represent-
town, I'd
What if
like
you
it a
did
lot
that?
more.
What if you did that in like the
Nations
United States? Do you trust the population of the United States to make policy by themselves
Yes,
about things?
Of course.
they vote on a hell of a lot more stuff than we do.
They're
They
better
make
at-
American
they're better
Idol a pretty
voters.
rad show.
When it comes
They
to
vote the
policy and
fuck
state
out of
policies,
American Idol.
Love it.
there's
Thank
way
you.
more voting.
American
than we
Idol
have.
should be the base of voting for Americans.
You know what, my
80%
only concern,
participation.
my
Political
only concern
situation
there,
in the
though,
local
is
candidate
lack
does a song and
of
dance act. You
education.
phone in and text your
Like I think
preferred
that
candidate.
majority,
Yeah.
like I would say, like
Yeah.
a lot of people in Canada are luckily educated. So we've had like some I don't know other sides of the worldly view than most other countries or whatever have had. So I feel like we're in a really good situation. Yeah.
I think Canada's behind. I think America's
I don't think we rank
way
very
more
high.
advanced
I don't
for
think we rank very
democracy.
high.
And
for anything.
wrestling.
Like they voted, like Washington voted to legalize marijuana, and then it went.
They're
through.
ahead of us for
Yeah,
Can
everything.
any of us
True.
vote for that?
I don't
ever?
know what the fuck
No.
we stand
Are
for
we
anymore.
focusing on marijuana,
know.
guys?
No,
We
but like,
should be.
What I'm
is
saying
that
is,
that
Yeah,
what
the
I'm
weird
saying is
indicator
they
here?
they put policies out to vote, and then the public votes on them, and
Yeah.
then depending on that, they
Agreed.
legalize it.
Exactly.
Referendum.
Like
I
they have
agree with that.
referendums, but they have those all the time.
Yeah.
We have like once every 10 years.
I can't
We
remember
don't
the
have-
last thing I
We
voted
don't-
on
they don't,
that I
they don't
actually
say
had
like,
to say.
Hey,
We're
BC,
ver-
do you
not-
want to legalize marijuana? Let's put it to a vote. That's never.
It would be done
ever
like this.
happened.
Like, just
Ever. Washington, Colorado. That's exactly how they do it there. And they have a statewide vote, and it passes or it doesn't pass.
Yeah,
The
and then
end.
Stephen
Done.
Harper doesn't federally mandate all
No,
the
there's
fucking
nothing-
pot
nope,
clinics to be
nothing like
dismantled
that.
or whatever.
Even though
Yeah.
it's federally illegal,
Yeah.
technically marijuana,
true.
like it's a weird thing. Federally, it's illegal, but statewise, it's not because it's not in the Constitution. So they're allowed to.
Did you guys hear about this
have different laws in each state.
marijuana? There's a marijuana like luxury resort that you can go to now.
What?
No.
Nice.
Yeah,
Where?
Yeah, let's call my
An
parents' house.
all-inclusive. An all-inclusive.
It's
Smoke
not
as much
inclusive.
weed as you
It's
Yeah.
called my parents' basement.
That's hilarious.
It's out in South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Yeah,
Not where you'd
Dakota.
expect it. I'm thinking like
South
Hawaii.
Dakota.
So if you need to get really high.
Yeah, look it up.
Like an all-inclusive.
Apparently, you can get like
Smoke
Dude,
all
like-
the weed
you get like
want.
you get a gram and then you get a barcode.
A whole gram, hey.
And they're gonna scan it.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
Have you guys bought weed in Washington?
That's awesome.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Over
from a
the
black
counter.
guy in a club
Over
bathroom.
the fucking counter.
You don't have to do that anymore.
No.
I did when
No,
I
you
was there.
don't.
He had it. Well, I was in a. Oh, okay.
We
How
bought-
about actually just buying weed? Well,
We bought weed in Maui. That was fun.
did you?
Yeah.
Over the counter?
No. No, from like a. Nobody can hear you. Grab the mic.
I can hear.
What's it like going up into a counter?
Oh yeah, okay.
And buying
It was
weed
like
when
it was basically like
legalized?
a liquor
I don't know,
store.
just like buying a candy bar.
It was like a head shop
curious.
liquor store.
What does it look like?
It
A head
looked
shop?
like a head shop in that, except instead of bongs, it was all just types of weed.
In jars, yeah.
So
and the
like,
prices
it
are
would have
bad.
been a whole bunch of
Usually it's like
pipes.
I'll just take
Nope,
I'll
just
just
weed.
take
Tons of
$10
weed.
bag.
Yeah. Yeah, $10 bags or
Dime
$40
bags.
bags.
And
Exactly. They actually
it's
had, like,
$10
it broken
across
down
the
like
board.
that.
There's no like $30 for an eighth. It's like you pay
No, it was about $45
$10 for every
Per
gram.
gram.
You're better off just going through your guy. Like,
Well, yeah.
Yes.
It's always
Unless
it's
you
always
don't
gonna be
have
like
it
Always
there
comes
that.
down
somewhere.
to the guy.
and chances are he has the same stuff that most of the
But this
compassion or
is
the
legal.
dispensaries have because
This
it's
is,
all
like,
like most
legit.
like
What
big
if you can't
grows.
find your guy?
Cops don't mind.
Yeah, it's still a
your
convenience
issue
play.
then.
No, it's still a convenience play to be
Convenience-
open for business
convenience.
hours and to be
And
there
joints
all
are
the
still
time and
$5
have
a joint.
consistency. It's
Hey,
gonna
if it
still
works for
make
you, that's
sales.
cool. But like, I don't ever see myself going to a dispensary ever, unless it's for like an edible.
What about a vapor product
I'm not
or an
really
oil
interested.
or a shatter?
I can
or-
get all that stuff from my guy.
This is the year of shatter too.
I don't have my guy or my fuckboy.
Shatter.
I can get-
Can we talk about the
I
shatter?
can give you. I can
Because
give,
I hear the
I can
shatter
give you the
is
number
like
for my guy. I don't have a fuckboy I can line up for
Give me
you.
the
though.
number to your guy.
It's just more potent.
Where do we get our chicken?
It's very potent. It's like smoking a joint to your dome.
What, eating it?
Shatter.
So-
No, shatter's like you
smoking
take
it.
you take a piece of weed the size of your fingernail, and it's as potent as if you smoked a whole joint.
Yeah.
But
And you
it's
take it in about one hit.
in one hit.
Doesn't the process to make that
very,
involve
very
gas?
powerful.
Butane.
Yeah, it does.
It's
It-
butane.
it's like you smoked
Butane?
weed for the
Guys,
first time.
is it-
Fuck
Fuck
it,
it,
That
man.
very first feeling of getting high.
Is it for real? Like,
Oh, it's so good.
Wow, it sounds like Shatter's got his claws into you, sweetheart.
I don't know if it's good because people
That's
are actually
sweet,
like blacking
sweet
out.
Shatter.
People are actually blacking out. They're like
When you've
passing out
seen-
from weed.
when
Yeah,
you've
they
seen
call it
how they
green
make
out,
this
green
shit,
outing,
yeah.
right? Like that's nuts.
I
well,
was
because there's
fucking
impurities. There's
Big deal, man.
impurities in it.
I'll take a green
Depending
out
on
over
who
a
does
K-hole
it.
any day.
Depending on who makes
Good
the
point.
shatter, there
Good
could
point.
be impurities in it.
They fill a massive
done a lot of
canister
ketamine
full
before?
of
I've never done much
butane.
ketamine.
Yeah.
And then put the weed into
Yeah.
this
You've
fucking
gone But it's
like
gigantic
what-
thing
what-
full of butane.
Sure, and
to
it
make
sounds it sounds scary,
I
but
don't know how.
if you
Did you smoke weed to
good
get
for
out of
you
it?
that-
by the time
K-hole?
you light a
Yeah.
butane
No,
That
you
lighter,
would
just have to
work.
ride it out.
Yeah,
You're
no,
not really like when you're K-holing, you don't really have the wherewithal to start smoking weed or doing any drugs. You
No.
just kind of have to like flail
You're in
it out
oblivion.
until you regain your senses.
That
think the-
doesn't sound like fun to me.
No.
No.
I don't know.
that's why people get lost.
The biggest
in it.
K-hole I ever went to, I just ended up like lying on my couch and telling my friend Shareem that it's not easy, and I just kept telling him it's not easy.
It's not easy, or it ain't easy.
Yeah, it's just like it was like.
It ain't
It ain't
easy.
I was like, Shinny, it's just like it's not. It ain't easy, man. Like
It's just
not
cat
easy.
medicine. It's just cat
yeah,
tranquilizer.
yeah,
That's
animal
all
tranquilizer.
ketamine is, or horse.
Horse
whatever.
tranquilizer, yeah.
When you do too much, you walk around and you feel like you don't have feet anymore.
Tranquilize a horse.
You could use
and
it for
trying to
either.
tranquilize a fucking cat.
It's
Give
different.
them the little
You
bit.
need a lot.
It's a little bit for Mila.
It was
little bit
about
for
500
Mila.
pounds of fucking difference.
Yeah. It's a disassociative. I don't enjoy it.
Hate that shit.
I do. It's a fun
Yeah.
drug.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, this has been fun,
Why?
hey?
Why?
It is a fun.
Well,
drug, right?
I like doing like
I've
small
never tried
amounts
it,
of it.
but I
I
hear
don't
it's
like.
a lot of fun.
Are you trying to
Going
play
like-
us
What do you
off?
mean,
I just
like,
wanna
a
go into a
small
game.
amount?
He's trying to play us
Just like
off.
a, like a
Like
key bump
categorize
rather
it.
than a
wrap it
line.
up, guy.
Get
Like
a,
what?
Yeah, go
Like a
on.
key bump rather than a line. Right, you're just dipping your key into
All
the
right.
bag and
Well,
doing a little one
little sniff.
rather than like
Let's have one
racking
more go
out a
around.
big
One
We're
more
going to
go
have
around.
our last words here for our 30th edition of the West Coast Highlife.
Try ketamine.
Harper.
Try ketamine.
Harper
Down with
Trump.
Harper.
Harper Trump all the way.
Chicken on the run?
9.5, Chicken on the run.
Trump 2015.
Purple drink.
Red truck beer.
Red Truck. Get yourself some chicken.
Side
Chickens
chicks.
days.
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna try and get you guys a few more
No,
episodes
let's
this
fuck
year.
boy. Everyone say fuck boy on three.
On
One,
three.
two, three.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, fuck boy.
boy. And that's the theme. That's the day. Thanks for listening to the West Coast High Life.
Hey yo, when I shoot a rhyme, I make you shudder. I should've shot a MC for trying to steal my butter. He's bitter cause I'm better, so now he drinks the bottle. I did a dirty duty with the cutie, she's a model. I met her at the party, scoped the body, name was Patty. She's pregnant with a shorty, said that I'm the baby's daddy. Just craving sweet potatoes, 9 months later, had a daughter. Could've said I'll see you later, but I stayed a child supporter. I didn't love the baby's mother, now she's colder, cause I told her for the better that my other lady's name was Heather. She was like, whatever, whatever. A tear she cried it, but she dried it. Deeply hurted, broken hearted, but she tried to hide it. But finally she pleaded that she didn't want to end it or suspend it. She wanted me to sever ties with Heather so we could be together. I said I think about it, but I know she don't believe it. She kissed me on my cheek and as she drove away she speeded. The next day I'm greeted by her mother. Oh brother, she think I'm stupid, trying to play Cupid undercover, talking about how me and Patty made the cutest couple, then invited me for supper. Now don't think that I'm